What is happening, my fellow lovers of shiny metals, and welcome to another Saturday night stack chat with me, the Stack Collector, in partnership with Stackers Social. It is the only place to be when it comes to talking about things, all things shiny and round. And today I've got the honour of being joined by somebody who I had the honour of being on his channel a few weeks back for his live stream that he does earlier on a Saturday. It's the perfect accompaniment. And I would like to say a massive hello and welcome to the incredible Vegas Stacker. How you doing, buddy? Good. Guys, can you hear Vegas? He's not showing on my audio stream there for some reason. Just let me know. Did you hear Vegas say hello there, guys? What about things shine? No, we can't hear you at the moment, mates. Let me sort that out. Why is that? You should be. Let's have a look. See what we can do here. Oh, Jerry Mandano, thank you very much and welcome to the Copper membership. Let me give you a proper thank you right there. Right then, let's get this over and done with, because normally it just shows you on the desktop. So let me see what I can do here. It shouldn't be on your end, mate. Yeah, they should be able to hear anything that's on my PC, and you of course are on my PC. So, that's strange. Give me a second, guys. Let me work this out. I do apologise. 1 second. No, we can't hear you at the moment, mates. Let me sort.
Well, now, can the chat hear me?
Hello, guys. Let's try that again, shall we? Sorry about that. That was a bit of a glitch with my computer right there. But if you speak now, my friend, you should be able to say hello to everybody.
Good evening, everybody. Good to be on. Thanks for inviting me on. I know the date switched a couple times. We had it so far out, I forgot about it one time, and
Me too.
I apologize for that.
No, I did the same, mate. Don't worry about it. I did exactly the same. But no, it has been a while in the making, hasn't it, this one? But I'm super excited to finally have you on. And thank you very much once again for having me on your channel last time. It was an absolute pleasure, and I'm very, very proud to be able to host you in return, my friend. What we normally do on a Saturday, we look at the spot prices, etc. So we're going to have a quick look at that. Before I do that, I'll let Ian, Ritchie, cy, Sterling, Kilroy, and Sandy know that they got 10 growing coins each for being the first the first 4 people in the chat. So, well done, guys. Thank you very much. And a massive hello and welcome to everybody else who we got in the chat. Due to my little error there, I haven't got time now to say hello to everyone. But it's fantastic to see each and every single one of you. And for bearing with us there, I'm going to give you all a massive thank you. Thank you, guys. But if we start off by looking at gold, we can see that it is now currently sitting at £3,172.17, which is an increase of £158.22, or 5.25%. On the dollar, it's currently sitting at $4,258.50, which is an increase of $233.52, or 5.8%. Over with silver, we can see that it's currently sitting at £38.69, which is an increase of 96 pence, or 2.54%. On the dollar, it's currently sitting at $51.94, which is an increase of $1.55, or 3.08%. Guys, we've come back to normality a bit more. Gold has outperformed silver for the first time in weeks. It has outperformed silver, so we'll have a look at that very, very shortly. But if I move on to platinum, we can see that unfortunately on the pound it has dropped very slightly down to £1,199.37, which is a loss of 6.26%, or 0.52%. Not so bad on the dollar though. It's actually gone up by 4 cents, and it's currently sitting at $1,610.10, which is an increase of, it doesn't even recognise it because it's such a small number, so it's less than 0.00%. So not really much of a drop, is it? 4 cents, but well, not much of an increase, but it's still good to see it going up at least. But Vegas, what has been happening with silver over the last few weeks? It's gone crazy, hasn't it?
It's sort of scary because it's just on a current uphill streak. Except yesterday it took a little bit, but
yes,
just, it's in a scary movement for me.
It has been. It definitely has been. I was going to say, it does seem to have slowed down a little bit in the last few days. Now, last week when I had 𝗨𝗺𝗺𝗃 on, we had a little bit of a prediction. We'll probably do the same thing in a moment. And he predicted it was going to kind of stay where it was. And last week it was at £37.73. I said it was going to continue going till it got to 40. And then when it got to 40, I wasn't particularly sure whether or not we'd see much of a drop or if it just slowed down. Now, we saw pretty much that. You know, it's hit 40, it hit just over 41 quid. It hit the $50 mark, and we saw quite a bit of a drop. I think that was Tuesday. It was either Monday or Tuesday, and we saw quite a bit of a drop. It was Tuesday. But what we did see on the same days, it did start coming back up, and it does seem to have settled down a little bit now, silver has. So my prediction for next week on silver is we're going to see it, you know, probably somewhere between where it is now and 40 quid. Maybe going down to 37 quid, maybe, but somewhere in that kind of vicinity. I think we are definitely going to start seeing a bit of slowing down. That being said, though, guys, I mean, it is still nearly £1 higher than it was last week, so we are still almost seeing that increment of £1 a week. But I do personally think we're going to start seeing a slowdown in that increase. What are your predictions for this time next week, Vegas, mate?
I could see it taking a little bit of a, we were talking about it earlier, like a little bit of a cool down. Somebody said, is it a pullback or a cool down? I think it's more like just a cool down where people aren't, you know, everybody's weary about where it's going to, because most people know it can't just keep going up. So I think there's just a little bit of a cool down. As far as U.S. prices, I could see it going back to the high 40s for a little bit. I think it'll bounce between like high 40s and 50 as far as U.S. dollars, sort of consolidate in that range for a little bit. It has to, I mean, it just can't keep on this trajectory straight up. That's not a good thing, not a good sign.
No, it's
you have
not.
to have a cool down in a consolidation area.
Yeah, yeah, it can't continue to rise the way it has been forever. It is impossible. I mean, I've said it on previous streams that what I put down to us seeing so much increase in such a short period of time is due to the fact that the price of silver has been restricted through industry for a number of years now. We saw it kind of stagnate for years, and I've said it actually quite a while on the channel. I use the analogy of farmers being dictated how much supermarkets pay for their eggs, and that's how it plays in industry because we've got so much buying power. But over the last 5 years, we've seen a deficit in industrial silver, which started in 2020. In 2019, there was a surplus of silver for industry, and then in 2020, it was the first year where there was a structural deficit, which means there just wasn't enough silver. It wasn't because people weren't producing it. It wasn't anything to do with the lockdowns. It was due to there just not being enough silver. And this 2025 will be the sixth continuous year or consecutive year of that. And I think what happened is the price was held and held and held. And think of it as like a dam wall, and that dam wall has held and held and held, and then eventually that deficit has grown to a point where the wall is broken, and we've seen a huge influx in the increase. But I absolutely agree with you that I think we're going to start seeing a calm down. I do agree absolutely that it's a calm down, and we're not going to see it go down much at all. It might likewise be what you said, a little bit of wiggle room, but then I do think we're going to start seeing the price start to gradually increase again. I think these kind of prices are the new normal, and it sounds pretty much like you agree with that. Is that right?
Yeah, I would have to tap. Yes, I agree with that one.
Yeah.
Silver's
Yeah.
just been held back for too long. Like the gold to
Yeah.
silver ratio is historically way closer than the 80s where it's at now. So in order for that gold to silver ratio gap to close, silver has to have its day in the sun and have the run up to catch up to gold a little bit.
Yeah, and I
What's
think
been the
my personal
platinum
prediction.
market has been crazy, I think, as well.
It has. No, it has. I mean, platinum has. It's done very, very well. We track the spot prices every single week, and it doesn't feel like it was that long ago. We were looking at platinum at the £700 mark, high end of 700, but in the 700s, and now it's comfortably sitting around 1200, and has been for weeks now. So no, platinum's doing very, very well, and anyone who's been invested in platinum has done well. But that's across the board, gold, platinum and silver. So not a bad time for anyone who's been holding any one of the three precious metals for a number of years now. It really is fantastic. I absolutely agree with that. Are you looking to purchase? Are you looking to hold? Are you looking to sell? What are you doing at the moment? I know, and if anyone didn't know, Vegas actually has his own Whatnot channel, don't you, mate?
Yeah, I haven't been doing too much on there, but I do have one on there. Yeah,
Yeah, do
it's
check him
actually
out when you
under
can.
it's Vegas Bullion and Coin is what it's under on there.
Awesome.
I'm always buying. I picked up some stuff to um use for whatnot, which was I did like some Halloween type pieces. I picked up some 3 ounce. They're actually pretty cool. Some 3 ounce bars that have a little skeleton on it.
Yeah. Oh, let me bring you in, mate. There we go. That looks cool.
It's
That
a
does.
3 ounce bar with a skeleton on it.
Sweet
Um,
guys.
some Frankenstein pieces and stuff like that to do on whatnot for like a Halloween type theme stuff.
Awesome.
But I did go to a coin show yesterday and pick up some cool pieces.
I hear you met
Um,
a bit of a UK celebrity at the coin fair. Is that true?
yes, Liquid Metals UK was there, which was
Absolutely.
not this piece. He did this piece here. Oh, this is backwards. Okay,
Just waiting for focus.
if
Ah,
it'll
there we go.
focus.
Oh,
There we
very
go.
nice. Old man whipped donkey.
A nice prospector.
Yeah.
And then I picked up. What is he calls this one? Calls this one the Patriot.
Oh, sweet.
Does awesome work.
Nice.
Really awesome
He
work.
does. No, he does. He does. Speaking of liquid metals, while you show them off to everyone, I've got a few announcements, and do show them while I go through the announcements, because one of them might have a little something to do with a liquid metals poll. But first of all, I just want to let everybody know that I'm now, personally on my whatnot, I'm now selling 365 Days of Silver's first book. It's currently the lowest price available. We're selling it in the whatnot for £12. It's listed on Amazon £13.65. So do head on over and come and join me every Monday from 6 p.m. And that's just one extra reason to come. Another reason is I'm always getting done for silver under spot. I sell so many coins under spot price in my auction, guys. I really do. Come and check them out for a great deal. Another announcement we have is, I want to say a massive happy birthday to Nemo's Numismatics. I'm not going to sing, guys. If you want to hear me sing a happy birthday to Nemo, go into the Stacking with Craven channel over in Discord, and you can hear it for yourself over there, because I was a little bit late to enter the competition, but he was still kind enough to send me a bag of knickknacks. But a massive happy birthday to Nemo's Numismatics. We have hit 2,000 members at Stackers Social, and not only we hit it, we're that old ceilings, the new basement floor, guys. We're storming ahead. Let's go 3,000. But a massive well done to everyone over at Stackers Social on hitting 2,000 members. It's an incredible achievement. It really is. Kilroy wants me to sing. Go on. No, maybe in a bit. Catch me later. See how I feel. Next up, we have a couple of Halloween announcements. The first of which being the Halloween Costume Competition 2025 is now open and in Stackers Social. Happy birthdays coming through. Loving to see that. Yes, all you have to do is upload a photo of you in your best Halloween costume in the Halloween Costume Competition room in my channel in Stackers Social. And the best one is going to win a fantastic little bundle right here. We've got a Stackamon bundle. You've got a Stackamon. Oh, 1 second, buddy. You've got a Stackamon poker chip right there. You can't get these anymore. You've got a Stackamon Pokemon card right here. You really can't get these anymore, guys. But not only that, you have the Liquid Metals UK Stackamon half-ounce pour. What a bundle! You've got all the Stackers Social monsters right there. And as I say, the only thing you need to do to get entered into that is put a photo of you in your best Halloween costume into the 2025 Halloween costume competition. There's only one rule, really, because it doesn't have to be a costume from this year. It can be a photo you took a couple of years ago. The only rule is you can't use the same photo multiple years. So if you use the photo last year, you can't use it this year. It's got to be a different one. But that's the only rule. Have some fun. Get involved. We'll decide the winner through a vote in Stackers Social. But that's your little bundle. And, of course, I'll throw in the Stack Collector bits as well. Let's bring you back there. Speaking of Halloween and Stackers Social, we're now getting very, very close to the Halloween Stackers Social Spooktacular Ghost Hunt, which is being hosted by myself, Nemo Numismatic, and Stacking with Craven. It's an excellent opportunity to come and get involved in a proper serious ghost hunt. We'll be performing it in Cannock Chase. All of the details are now listed here in the room, in the meetup room over in Stackers Social. You've got the meetup time, what we'll be doing and when, and a little list of items that I highly recommend bringing across with you, such as a torch, a bottle of water, packed lunch, that kind of thing. You know the score, guys. There's no cost involved. The only thing you have to do is get yourself to Cannock Chase. It's public land will be going on. It's a area of natural beauty. So there's no costs or entry fees or anything like that. You just need to get yourself down there and come and have a little bit of fun with us all. Other than that, the only other announcement I've got, guys, is I am currently running an auction over in Stackers Social for this 2022 Perth Mint 2 troy ounce lunar year of a tiger. It's an absolute, come on focus, it's an absolutely beautiful coin. It truly is. There's a tiny bit of milk spotting on the obverse on the frosted area, so it's really difficult to see, but it is there for full disclosure. It's currently bid up to £100 by PM Daniel Wilson, and if you want to get involved, There's the link right there to the auction room over in Stackers Social. You do need to bid over in Stackers Social, guys. You can't bid over here in YouTube. That's going to be open for another couple of hours, and then after that, what have we done with that stand? There you go. Oh, it's there. After that, we'll declare the winner probably just before the duck race, guys. So still time to enter. It's a gorgeous coin. It really, really is. I'm going to get it back there. There we go. Fantastic. Right. Other than that, guys, we've got the Royal Mint new issue. So let's have a quick look at that. I'm not going to spend too long on these guys because we've got Vegas with us tonight. But you've got the 2025 Snowman 50p. They do a snowman every single year. This is a reminder that I'm going to be going down to the Royal Mint soon, because I like to do the strike your own of the snowman coins every year. So you've got the snowman coin there. That's the only new bullion. And then you've got some gold versions of coins that we've already seen in silver. So likewise, guys, I'm not going to spend too much time over there because I want to have a little bit more of a chat with Vegas Stacker. And like usual, guys, I'm going to have a chat with Vegas, me and Vegas now. If you've got any questions, either pop them into the Stack Chat Interact room and I'll fall back to them later, or we're going to do a Q&A through the YouTube live chat a little bit later on. But Vegas, thank you so much for bearing with me while I went through that, mate. I do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me on. And Nemo, good happy birthday. I will not sing, sorry.
Sing, go on, sing for us all. Can't be any worse than my singing. I do it every week, so why not? You'll
lose subscribers and viewers and all the above.
I lose subscribers every time I sing, mate. So why not? Why not? Right, let me keep it. You've just reminded me. I've got to keep an eye on the like count, because if we get to 50 likes, I get to tell everybody how good they are. There we go. So where we're at, we're at 20 likes, guys. 20 likes. You're whopping 30 away from being told just how fantastically great you are. Here we go, Joker's Wild. CSC singing horrific. Sorry, mate. Well, it is the month of Halloween, so you know it's allowed, isn't it? There was a vote to see whether or not I deserved a packet of knickknacks for my singing of Happy Birthday to Nemo, and 2 people voted that I shouldn't. I was one of those. Who was the other? Who are you? Come on, own up. Who was you? But no, I got the knickknacks. So Craven's going to bring me a packet of knickknacks and a can of Mango Monster to the Cannock Chase Ghost Hunt over on Halloween, Friday the 31st of October, and I'm going to bring him a can of Aussie lemonade because for some unknown reason he prefers Aussie lemonade to Mango Monster, which is just insane, as we all know. It's all about the Here he is. I know who it was. Stacker. Oh, do you? Oh, yes, because you can see who votes who, can't you? When you create the vote. I forgot about that. You'll have to let me know. No, mate. Thank you again for your patience there. So, yeah. So, do us a favour, and I know a lot of people. They catch your live streams every Saturday. It's a fantastic live stream if you haven't catched it yet. But for anybody out there in the chat who might not be aware of who Vegas Stacker is, can you give yourself a little brief introduction, please?
So I've been stacking for almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in January. So not a long time stacker. I started YouTube roughly 4 months after I started stacking, so not quite, a little over a year and a half on YouTube. But mainly been stacking silver, winning where I can. Started getting into gold about a year ago this time, just with small fractional gold. Recently started picking up platinum. Recently started doing whatnot. Been doing live streams twice a week with another YouTuber, Blue Collar Stacker, where we host guests from the community, which has been really cool, really fun, getting to know everybody. And that's about it. Other than that, I'm just a normal stacker like everybody else.
Great introduction. No, it's fantastic. And as I say, I do highly recommend the live streams, guys, every Saturday. It's a little bit early for us. I think does it work out about 1 p.m. UK time, your live streams, don't they?
3 o'clock your time.
3 o'clock. Okay, I do. I'm
3
probably
p.m.
thinking
Yeah.
back because 1 p.m. is 1300. It's got the three in it, and it always confuses me. 24-hour clocks. Go on, get out of here. Yeah, one thing I wanted to discuss with you because it's a very different perspective to the guests I normally have on, which are normally UK stacking channels. And every now and again, I am joined by guys from over in the US. I've had Cranky Stacker, etc., come on and join me. It's always a pleasure. 𝗵𝗵𝗁𝗍, of course. Can't forget 𝗵𝗵𝗁𝗍. And it's always a pleasure to chat with you guys from the States. But it's a rare opportunity to tap into a completely different perspective of silver and the cultural differences between the US and the UK. And do you personally see much difference in the way people and the attitudes towards stacking between the US and the UK?
Not really. I think stackers are universal. I don't think there's much difference as far as the person, like the stacker itself.
Yeah.
Now, what what is stacked would be different, but as far as the stacking aspect itself, it's very universal, which recently found out when I got on Stacker Social, and then having a couple of the UK guys on the Saturday streams. It's been cool to learn the differences and the similarities for sure.
Yeah. One thing, just to play devil's advocate, if I was to say there was any kind of difference, I would say perhaps in the US there's a bit more of a prepper kind of element to stacking as well, if you know what I mean.
Yes, there is a big prepper community that focuses on precious metals for the scenario.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think you've got a larger percentage over in the US than we have over here, because I don't think, the whole prepping side of things, it kind of got big in the UK over the 2012 period. And when they had that TV show from the States, what was it, Doomsday Preppers? And we had a really pants version called Doomsday Preppers UK, which was just some sad guy in a spare bedroom in his mum's house with a crossbow and a couple of ninja swords on the wall. But the one from the States, there was some absolutely fantastic episodes, especially the family that made themselves the castle out in the woods out of cinder blocks. I thought that was insane. That was, but yeah, no, I do feel that there's perhaps more of a prepper aspect to it in the States. But why do you think that is? Is that just because prepping has kind of been in your culture since the Cold War, hasn't it? Really?
I think it would have to do with that because maybe we're just a fearful society. I'm not sure because we haven't really had any. Maybe it's just a distrust in the government because we haven't had anything to warrant it in my look back on history, but I could be wrong. Maybe it was the depression that still sits with people a little bit. It's interesting though that you bring that up because I just thought that was a common thing.
Yeah. It's not as common in the UK. I mean, don't get me wrong, we do have preppers in the UK. I am one of those to an extent, and I say because to me it's just a good idea. You never know what could happen, and one of the things that got me really into prepping myself was in the UK in 2009 2010. We had a lot of floods, and I was working in insurance, in buildings insurance at the time as a claims manager. So my workload, it became a mountain. I've completely damaged properties with every single item within the property just absolutely soaked and water damage. But one thing I got to see through it was how long it takes to get aid in some of these circumstances. Now, in one of the floods, I think it took the British Army something like 3 days to get clean bottled water to the area, which is a long time when you're talking about fresh, clean water. And that was a natural event. Just ridiculous. We had a ridiculous amount of weather, rain in that period. So I've always seen the benefit of having at least a little stockpile as a bit of insurance. If shops ever close down, that kind of thing. And I think that kind of came into people's minds a lot more a few years back in 2020 because everybody became a prepper overnight in 2020. Everyone was going to shops, filling up the tin cupboards, buying out as much toilet paper as you possibly could. And I just think if you've already got it there, you one step ahead, aren't you already? What are your views to prepping? Does it take any kind of is it part of your thought process in your stacking or your day to day?
When you brought up like the natural disasters, that could be a big thing in the U.S. too, because there's a lot of tornadoes and
Yes.
floods and weather related stuff. So maybe that's a part of the prepping thing too. As far as myself, I don't really prep like I should. Like you said, I think everybody should have a little stockpile in case, who knows what, the power grid goes down
Yeah.
or, situations like that. You should always be prepared. My
Yeah.
brother's more of a prepper, but I've never really gotten into it. So if SHTF does happen or a situation does happen, I'll be screwed.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, going on to the prepping side of things, and this might be a bit of a controversial thought, but I've always thought if it ever got so bad that we were getting to a stage where you had to barter now, and you had your silver, etc. If society ever deteriorated to that stage where money was no good, you're bartering for what you need, physical metals could put as much of a target on your head as as they could save you, if you know what I mean. So I've always thought when it comes to prepping, a couple of weeks worth of tin food, a couple of months worth of water if you can. After that, it's play it by ear, isn't it? You know what I mean? I wonder how much precious metals would actually do in that kind of scenario. Is somebody going to barter with me for my silver, or are they just going to put an axe in the back of my head and take my silver and go? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we've discussed this a couple of times on our stream too. And I think if it comes down to a situation with bartering, it would be more services that would get you farther than any precious metals to start with.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Like if you could fix somebody's clogged toilet or their sink or their car or stuff like that, it would go farther, I think.
Yeah.
Where I think precious metals would come into play would be like the reestablishing society.
Yeah.
Once
Quite
everything
far
got,
down. Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
once everything got more normalized and back up and going, then a monetary system. But like you
Yeah.
said, it could definitely put a target on your back as well, though, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I do agree. I do agree. With the point where precious metals would come into play is, like you say, a bit further down the line where there's some sort of, normality coming back. But in that in between period, let's be honest, we're all going to pay an ounce of silver for a lighter that works, aren't we? You know what I mean? If you're in that kind of situation. So maybe when it comes to the prepping thing, the way to go with it is to bury it when it all goes down. Wait for things to get through as much as you can. Wait till you get there, then dig it all back up. But it is interesting, and as I say, it's something I notice happens more in the US. It's something I wanted to discuss with you. But I think I'm pretty much we're on the same page when it comes to the prepping side of things. You mentioned that you think there's maybe a little bit difference in the kind of silver that's bought in the US. Could you elaborate on that at all?
I think the U.S. is just spoiled with the variety and access to silver.
Yeah.
So the variety tends to be a little more in from what I've seen. Um,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think you
we
guys, go as an outside perspective. You guys love your vintage silver bars, don't you? You really love your vintage silver bars. I don't see that as much in the UK.
yeah, there's more. I don't know how to put it. There's like little niches, I guess, like little groups. Like there's some people that focus just on vintage bars, some vintage rounds, some like the Morgan silver dollars and numismatic
Yeah,
stuff like that. So
yeah,
it's real diverse in what we have access to over here, which we're fortunate that I found out that we're fortunate with the
yeah.
coin shops and the variety we have for sure.
Yeah, that's one
Um,
thing I'm massively jealous of, the fact that you guys have LCSs.
oh, and I never really knew that until I started having people from the UK on the show and stuff and got to learn
Yeah,
that, which is it's been really cool, and that's why we've enjoyed having people from different areas on the show, which is you learn a lot,
you do. Yeah.
and it's made me realize that we're spoiled in the US.
You are a little bit spoiled in the US. You've got some fantastic mints over there at Scottsdale, Silvertown. You know what I mean? There's some brilliant mints in the US. So, no, I agree. I agree with that, and well done. And unfortunately, in the UK, now, we did used to have local coin shops, um, probably, up until kind of like 80s, 90s, with the last, they were still kind of holding out. The problem is in the UK, coin collecting as a hobby is it's a dying hobby, unfortunately, which I think is a massive shame because we've got some beautiful numismatic coins from the pre-decimal days in the UK. We really do. Sorry guys, I've not been well this week and I've still got a bit of a bad stomach, so you'll have to bear with me a little bit. But yeah, unfortunately, local coin stores, no good. We have a few coin fairs, monthly coin fairs, and then if you've got a local antique store near you, that will probably normally have a cabinet with some coins in it. But no dedicated coin stores, unfortunately, which I agree is a huge shame, and maybe a blessing because if we did, I'd probably just spend all of my time in there, staring at them. But I've said this recently. For me, modern coin collecting in the UK is this kind of stuff. It's your new bullion. And I think bullion it's the way to go for me. I've said this many times on the channel. If you're just getting into it, there's some fantastic bullion pieces out there at not particularly huge prices. Some fantastic designs, some fantastic series, and that's where I think modern coin collecting is at nowadays. Your different series of 999 bullion coins. What are your thoughts on that? Now I know it's a slightly different in America because you guys can still find your fantastic old silver coins in your change if you're lucky, can't you?
There are people that still search out the 90% silver in our coinage, but I think it's becoming more and more scarce. I used to
Yeah,
follow a couple of the channels, but I haven't followed them much lately. But I think the banks got a little wise to it and they weigh it more
yeah,
because you can
yeah.
tell by weight.
Yes.
So, just like I don't know if you guys have them like it's called Coinstar here, where you can take your change to a machine and you dump it in it,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
and
It takes.
those will
I
kick
think
out.
it. I think they charge something like 20% over here. It's ridiculous how much they charge you for using the machine.
Yeah, I think it's like 10% here, maybe. I'm not sure.
It might be
But
10. I
they
might. It's
they
been a while since I used one.
they kick out the 90% coinage.
Yeah.
So there's a weight scale in that machine that knows that
Yeah.
that's not right and it kicks it out. So I mean,
Yeah.
if that machine can kick out the 90%, the banks can have the same technology there too. So they can get the silver for themselves instead of letting it go to
Yeah.
the
For sure.
public.
For sure, and that's what happened in the UK after many years ago when we debased our coins in 1920 and 1947. Obviously, in 1920 it would start with 50% silver, and then 1947 would start of having no silver. And obviously, they were scouring probably doing it by hand back then. I'm guessing at that, but I can imagine the technology wasn't quite as good back in 1920. But obviously, they would be taking out the old coinage and replacing it with the new coinage because they wanted the intrinsic value of the 𝗵𝗵𝗿𝗀𝗃, and very, very sad day in British coinage, 1947, when we said goodbye to any amount of silver in our coins, and just completely lost the value of the money. Really, as we know, silver and gold is real money, guys. Fiat is just what somebody says it is. It has no intrinsic value whatsoever. It just has a promise to pay attached to it. But yeah, I love the and I know what you mean, and I get it. It's getting harder and harder to find it. It's a bit like the commemorative 50p's over here in the UK. Once upon a time, you'd find a few a week, and now we're getting more and more seldom to come by. But just the fact that it's possible to get a silver coin in your change in America, I think that's super cool, because it just couldn't happen in the UK. We've not only have we changed the coin sizes, we've just completely changed our coinage system. We went from a shilling system to a pound system in 1971, where it went completely different. The pound used to have 240 pennies into it before 1971, and then became a 100 penny pound as part of the decimalisation. So our coinage is very, very new, very, very new, and there's still people out there who remember the day where we said goodbye to the shilling back in 1967. So yeah, I think that is super cool, and I think we call them noodlers, don't we, when people are sieving through change. I know that's an Australian term. Do you ever hear that in the States, coin noodling?
No, I've never heard that. They just call them coin hunters, I think, out here, or yeah, for the most part.
I like noodling. It just sounds good, doesn't it? I'm a bit of a noodling.
Noodling, I think in the U.S., which sounds weird, I think it's called noodling. It's when people go to the river and they find a hole. They put their arm down in the water and they find a hole, and they stick their hand in the hole and they come up with a catfish on their arm.
Yeah,
that's what.
I think you're right.
I think
that is called noodling. I think that is called noodling. I got into that. I thought it was amazing. I got into it a few years back when I found out about it. And they just you go around tree roots with his holes, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And what you do is you put your hand in like with a closed fist, and the catfish goes to eat you and grabs onto your fish, and when you pull it out, which is all well and good until you find out that the alligator snapping turtle likes to live in the same places as these catfish, and you do not want to put your hand in when it's an alligator snapping turtle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's always bad. I've watched a couple of them. And I'm like, them people are crazy.
Yeah. It's all well and good until you lose a hand. You know what I mean? But,
that's for sure.
But yeah, it looks a lot of fun. It does look a lot of fun. I have seen that myself. So yeah, fair play to you on that one. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, I'm same to say. This is one of the reasons. Like I love when you get somebody from a different country and you've got that completely different culture there, and yeah, it's something we've got catfish in the UK, but we don't go around catching them with our arms, which I think is a far cooler way to do it.
Now I got a quick question. What do you guys like? I think in the US there's more generic, just like 3 9s and 4 9s silver rounds, as opposed to like your numismatic stuff, like your is that fair to say?
Yes, no, fair, less and less so. As I say, modern coin collecting is getting to be all about the bullion. But I, for one, am a lover of silver. Oh, Joker's Wild, thank you so much. Sorry, mate. Joker's Wild just put a super chat, and he says, the granddaughter has arrived, so have to get off. Left you something in the Stack Chat Interact TC. Have a great evening. I'll get back to that in a second, Jokers. But for now, I just want to say, and have a wonderful evening with your granddaughter.
Very nice.
Sorry, mate. What were we saying there? Just remind me.
Like the generic bullion, because like in
yes,
the US...
okay. So myself personally, I like silver. I just like silver, and let's say a coin is a 925 crown, which is 28.28 grams. It's an avoirdupois ounce, or near enough an avoirdupois ounce. It's a little bit under, not troy ounce and 925. Now, if I like the design of that coin, I like the design of the coin. You know, I wouldn't look at a coin and think, oh, that's beautiful. Oh, it's only 925. I'm not buying it. Silver is silver, and you know, it's treated the same. It just isn't quite as much silver in that one coin as in a 1 troy ounce 999 fine silver coin. But if you're going to weigh it in, you'll still get weighed on the the number of grams in the crown. So if you look at the spot prices, which hold on one second, because I need to update my my spreadsheet right here. And the point I'm making is, the only difference is I'd expect to pay a little bit less for a 925 sterling silver piece because there's a little bit less silver in it. That's depending on the premium. Because there are some very premium 925 sterling silver pieces out there, and I'm not talking necessarily pre-decimal, prior to 1971. I'm talking about the modern stuff. The Royal Mint was producing commemorative silver-proof crowns. They're still doing it. The £5 are still 925 sterling silver. The 50p's are still 925 sterling silver. So they are still producing them. At the moment, spot price on a crown, a sterling silver crown, it's 32,750 on its own. I think you got, what is it, 30 hold on one second. Yeah, 38.86 on your crown, on your troy ounce, and your sterling silver, that you're looking at about more like 32.70 on that. So based on that, yeah, I'd expect to pay a little bit less, but I have no issue with 925 sterling silver crown if it's something that I really like. And I know that's quite a controversial stance these days. I'm seeing the comments coming through. There's a lot of lovers of 999, and the only thing they're interested in 999. But there is still a lot of people out there who like the sterling silver stuff. There is still a market for it, and hopefully that continues. But I definitely see it going more down the 999 route. I think the 925 28.28 grams proved crown size coin is becoming more and more of a vestige of a bygone time, if you know what I mean.
Interesting. Yeah, like in the States right now, the 90% silver dimes and silver quarters and halves have become real popular lately because the premiums are way down on it. So people are still turning to that for their weight, even though it's not 999 fine silver. They're still happy with the content that it does have.
Well, I'll be honest with you, for weight stacks, it's where you want to be. It's where you'll get pretty much the best place to get silver pound for gram is your old numismatic stuff. One of the things that's happening at the moment is the premiums haven't caught up on the increase in a lot of cases, which, as I mentioned earlier, I sold a number of pieces last Monday under spot price, and some of them quite a bit under spot price as well. And as I say, when you want to cash out, you take it to a dealer. They will weigh it. They will work out the exact silver content, and they'll pay you on that. Who's that guy? CB? Is it CB Stores? He goes on Whatnot, but I first found him out through YouTube because he does YouTube Shorts when he has customers at the counter. And you see him there, they'll take sterling silver in, he gets the calculator out, he does his maths, he tells them, right, okay, that's your fine silver weight, and, that's what you get paid on. So, the older stuff can be fantastic for weight stackers. It really, really can be. And if you're buying anything around spot price, you are weight stacking. You know what I mean? You are doing it right. And if you're buying a beautiful pre-decimal coin in great condition for weight stack prices, you're doing doubly well in my book. You really, really are. So yeah, a top tip for people who are literally looking to get the best pound per gram is through things like your older numismatic and collectible coins, that kind of thing. Oh, look at those beautiful dimes right there. Oh, those beautiful dimes. I've got a little bag of them.
I just happen to have them on my desk, so I figured I'd dump them out.
Yeah, I've got a little bag down there near me. They will be back on Monday. CY, I'm looking at you, buddy. He loves his dimes. CY Sterling does. I didn't have them listed last week. I didn't have a chance to get them up, but I promised I will have some up this week. They're beautiful coins. Very, very popular dimes aren't they? Which one? What's your favourite? Barber, Mercury, or Roosevelt? It's not going to be Roosevelt.
I don't think I really have a favorite. Maybe the Mercury dimes,
I
just
think I'd
because
go
they
for
have a little
Mercury.
bit more history to them. Like a barber
Yeah,
dime, it still looks like the common date dime, so it's not, it doesn't really stand out.
yeah, yeah. And then the Roosevelt is just picture Roosevelt in it, so you don't,
Or that's what I meant,
you
the
know.
Roosevelt dimes. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 fair, makes sense. The barber, am I right? Was it Charles Barber who designed it? Is that correct?
I honestly have no idea.
I
You
think it's
probably know
Charles
more than
Barber.
I do.
I think it's Charles Barber,
Sounds
but he
right.
made he made Lady Liberty look a little bit butch, didn't he? You know what I mean?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, that's fair to
A little
say.
bit. I wouldn't like to tangle with the Lady Liberty on the barber dime. I know that much for sure.
Yes.
Let me. So I'm just gonna have to. I get bothered. So I have to check these things. Um, Charles Barber. I was 100%.
You knew it. You
100%.
got it right.
Yeah, there we go. We got it. Yeah, no, very very popular coin they are for the dimes, and they probably. I mean, I think they're somewhere between like a sixpence and a threepenny bit, aren't they? Beautiful peace dollar right there. Now I need to get your opinion on this one. Peace versus Morgan. There it is, the Morgan.
As I'm putting a Morgan out there, that was funny.
Yes.
Um, I don't. I think. I think I like the peace dollar more just because of the fact that it's that too many people like the Morgan dollars more. I always have to find
I
something. I don't want
now
to find
I
like something that everybody else likes. I got to be a little bit different.
Yeah, there's a bit of that for me as well. I have always said, and 365 Days of Silver, he's the same side of the tracks as us. I prefer the image of the piece. I love the Art Deco design on it, but I absolutely love the fact that the barber was the silver dime that was being passed from hand to hand back in the days of Billy the Kid, Wild Bill Hickok, Wyatt Earp, Doc Holliday. That was the silver dollar, wasn't it? The name's gone out of my head.
Yeah.
The Morgan. George T. Morgan is his full name. Sorry, George. I apologise. I forgot Morgan then for a second. I wanted to say Barber. I don't know what am I like, but I do think that's a super cool fact about the Morgan. So I'll give the Morgan that. But I prefer the design of the piece dollar. I'm with you 100% on that. But which is better, Morgan dollar or, and I'm just gonna have to swap over. Let's find a gun. Or the British Crown.
Can't go wrong with the crown. I like
Good call.
the horse and the dragon and the sword and everything. That's a cool design for
Yeah.
sure.
They are cool, especially these ones. Only available for a couple of years before they lost the garter around and went down to that's another one, and then they went down to have I got this one. Here we go. They went down to without a more zoomed in. I much prefer it with the garter. I think they did us an injustice when we got rid of that garter on our coins. Yeah, a lot of crowns, fairs, and I think objectively, I think that's a fair call, and I appreciate that because very often we like to vote for our own, don't we? So I do appreciate that, but fair play. What's your? I assume you've got a bit of a love for numismatic coins as well as the more bullion coins. What's your favourite circulating US coin ever? It can be like a commemorative or
Um, I don't know. I don't know if I really have one. I don't know.
okay. There's some fantastic. I've got a small collection of US silver coins and Canadian. I think you both got fantastic coins. You really have, and I'm a big fan of both. Other than that, I've got a few coins from around the world. If it's a design I find particularly interesting, I'll keep it. I'll keep one for myself. But one time I didn't do that is I had a Chilean coin which Nerd UK bought off me. It's got the vulture on it, and it's a fantastic coin, and I regret selling that one. That's the one coin I really truly regret selling on Whatnot. And if I could take the time back, I would stop myself from selling that one. But perhaps I'll just have to find one and buy one for about 10 times what I sold it for on Whatnot. Because I tell you what, with the guy who bought it off me, fun story, the guy who bought it off me, he could sometimes come to the coins fairs to come and meet us. And last time he brought his grandson with him. And his grandson, bless him, came running straight up to me. And the first thing he ever said to me is, "You shouldn't sell coins on the internet because some of them could be rare." I was like, all right, yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But here he is, nerd, love it. Sorry, no, me too, mate. I'm now, and I'm glad it's got a good home with you, mate. I really am, nerd. That's fantastic, mate. Do you mind if we take a little bit of a break from our chat? I want to. I've got one package I need to open. I want to ask the good people in the chat a few questions to have them some growing coin points, and go through tonight's Duck Race bundle, if that's all right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. While I do that, because I'm not going to put you straight on the spot, but can you think of a couple of general knowledge questions for a little later on when we can ask for growing coins? I always like to get the guests to do a couple of questions, if that's okay.
Try and think of something.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Right, we'll start off with one question, guys, to earn yourself 10 of the groiniest coins. And obviously, these questions are all relating to my video I released yesterday. I did let you all know in Stackers Social that all questions will be pertaining to that video. So question number one, this will test how closely you were looking. What brand was on the cotton gloves I wore in the video? What brand was on the cotton gloves I wore in the video? That's not an easy one to start off with, guys. Diaxis, he found it easy. He said, "What do you mean it's not easy?" Our Tavex. There we go. Well done, Luke. Well done, nerd. Well done, Davinia, with the question mark. It was Tavex. Yes, it was Tavex. And it was the last time you'll ever see me wear a pair of cotton gloves on a video. I am done with cotton gloves, guys. Latex gloves are just superior always round. But I kind of forgot to mention this in the video. And it's kind of important enough that I'm thinking of maybe taking that video down and re-uploading it. Make sure you do not get the powdered latex gloves. Some latex gloves come powdered. It makes for me easier to get them on, but that powder will get onto your coins. I forgot to mention it in the video. As I say, it's making me feel that maybe I should take that video down and re-upload it. But do not wear powdered latex gloves when handling coins. You will dust up your coins. But other than that, get rid of cottons. Get rid of cotton gloves. They've damaged a couple of my coins in the past, cotton gloves have. I'm not happy about it. In fact, my pocket piece is a pocket piece because it got scuffed by a pair of cotton gloves. So I thought, you know what? You can be a pocket piece now. But well done, Diaxis. Congratulations on that one. The package I've got to open, it's just a little package right here, which has come by surprise. And it's not come from Jack Stacks. It's come from Mrs. Jack Stacks, this one, guys. Very, very surprised to see came out of the blue. Wasn't expecting anything. Loves a bit of latex to TSC. Yeah, well, you know what I mean. But let's have a look. I'm just being careful with the envelope because it's got their address on the back, guys. So I'm just here we go. Right. I think that's everything inside. Right. Okay. I'm not going to look. I'm not looking. But I've got a letter here. Let me just double check it. Okay, I've got a name on here. I don't know if they want me to say that, so I'm gonna just cover that up just in case. But we can see it says, "Hi TSC, I've always called you the Duckman." Sorry, I get it. So when I saw this, I had to get it for you. I hope you like it, Mrs. Jack Stacks. And what she's got me is a. Why do I feel? I feel like it's going to be that way around. What she's got me is Beware Crazy Dog. It could not be any more right, could it? It really couldn't be any more right, that in. I think I'm gonna save this one and put it on display. I'm still beating the hell out of my Stackers, so you can just about make out where it says Stackers Social. I've been destroying that slowly but surely. I need to get another one of those ones for good, but I'll keep this one for good. And Mrs. Jack Stacks, thank you so very much. That's super cool. That is super cool. Right. Another groin coin question, guys. Who minted the Stackers social round I showed in my video today? That specifically is the one I was holding. Who minted the Stackers social round I was holding in the video? She's obviously seen the video. Yeah, for sure, mate, for sure. Well done, Kilroy. Kilroy was straight in. It was indeed one of the Pit Bullion Stackers social rounds. Kilroy, you're smashing it tonight, mate. That's the second lot of 10 points you've won tonight. Glad you made it live now. He was saying earlier in the chat that he very often has to watch it on catch up. So there you go. It's paying off for you, buddy. It's paying off. Right, let's do the duck race bundle, and then I'll do one more coin question, and then I'll get back to you, Vegas, mate, if that's all right. So let's start off. Let's see what we've got here. Okay. As per usual, guys, you've got the Cardiff Gold pen and pencil case right there. For stickers, we've got both of you got both of the 𝗵𝗷𝗃𝗃 sniper stickers. You've got the Israel coin stickers. You've got the Stackers social stickers. You've got the Royal Mail Queen Elizabeth II stamp sticker. You've got the Stack Collector sticker. You've got the Saturday Night Stack Chat sticker. You've got the CY Sterling sticker, and you've got the last of the 𝗵𝗷𝗃 stickers that I've got at the moment, guys. So good luck to you there. On poker chips, before I do poker chips, you've got the sunglasses ducky right there. Poker chips. Look at that one. Look at that one. Nerds Beast, #1, Bulldog of England, with a face only a stacker could love and a growl that scares away fiat currency. This squat legend guard your stack like it's the last tin of corned beef in post-Brexit Britain. Draped in Union Jack swagger and powered by pure stubbornness, he's not just a symbol of Britain, he is Britain. If Britain had 4 legs and snored like a flake chain. Nerd, fantastic work right there, mate. So you got Nerds Beast #1, a series that I think is absolutely brilliant. I really, really do. Hope so. Don't get out of that bribe, noob. Get out of here. But good luck to you, mate. Good luck to you, because Con Noob hasn't technically won a prize from a Stack Chat duck race yet. So good luck to you, mate. Poker chip wise, you've got the Stackers social. The Stack Chat Stack Collector poker chip. You've got 365 Days of Silver. You've got Silver Spectre. You've got the Stackers Social 1K Privy Mark. You've got the 𝗵𝗷𝗃𝗃. Again, last one of the 𝗵𝗷𝗃𝗃, guys. You've got the 𝗵𝗷𝗃𝗃, and you've got the groin coin as produced by Nemo's Numismatics right there. So that's your poker chips. You've got a Nerd X Tech coin pinger right there as well, guys, to test your coinage. I highly recommend using these accompanied with one of the free apps. The app I use is the Precious Coin Tester, something like that. But yeah, you've got that in there. You've got business cards wise, you've got Stackers Social right there. You've got my good friend Coin Noob 71 right there. And from 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗙 card, but he's only sent me some coins to go with them as well. Look at that. Look at that. That is a George VI shilling right there. I can't tell you what date because it's stuck to card. Here we go. Now I can tell you the date. I can tell you it's a 1942 Scottish shilling made out of 500 silver. That one right there in very nice condition. That's a beautiful piece. That is silver. So we'll put that back right there. Carrying on with the money. You've got the 1,000 G's, the bank of the thoughtful stacker, the governor himself, my resident sniper every Monday over at Whatnot, Mr. 𝗵𝗷𝗃𝗃. Our jigsaw. Get out of here, get out of here. In fact, at least a jigsaw's better than a bloody washer, you heathen. Well, fair play, fair play. Moving on with the coinage, courtesy of my good friend Jamie Frost over in Japan. And don't forget, guys, you've got the Jamie Frost auction for the 2 ounce Tiger. This coin right here over in Stacker Social right now. I've just popped the link in the chat if you want to go over and have a bid on that. It's currently at 100 with PM Daniel Wilson. We're going to be closing that just before the duck race later on. But Jamie has sent across a few of these for me to give away, and it is the Japanese Samurai 1 coin. These are the actual coinage that was around in feudal Japan and would have been held at one point in time by a genuine, legit samurai. How cool is that, guys? How cool is that? Moving on, I popped this in for you. It's a silver-plated copper nickel, guys, but it's a really fun pact. They were issued in 2014. They celebrated 100 years since the start of the Great War. There's loads of fantastic information on there. I really highly recommend reading it. Loads of good stuff there. You've got some great poems and poets of the First World War, and then you've got a fantastic looking coin with winged victory right there, and some of the British Tommies in the back right there, and the dates of 1914 to 1918, the Great War right there. Speaking of the Great War, I'm going to be throwing in a wartime issue, 1915 sterling silver shilling in wonderful condition. Don't wash of this one, coin new. This is a beautiful 925 sterling silver coin, wonderful condition. I will fall out with you a little bit if you butcher this one, mate. But you've got that there, and then kind of keeping it on track with the Great War. And this wasn't deliberate. But we have a German 5 marks dated 1968. It's one of the commemorative 5 marks right there. This one is for Max 𝗃𝗃𝗃, Max 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, and he was a scientist, and he did a lot for hygiene and clean water, and discovering, you know, that people shouldn't really live in filth, and there is a problem that comes with that. And this guy, that's what he's best known for. He made strides in the world of hygiene, medical hygiene, and day-to-day hygiene, etc. It's a silver coin. It's a 625 silver coin in absolutely wonderful condition. So you've got the silver 5 marks, you've got the silver shilling, you've got the other silver shilling, you've got the silver plated crown size coin. It's a medal, it's not a coin, and you've got the samurai coin of 100 G's. So what do you reckon to that, Vegas? Not a bad little bundle, or what?
You always have good bundles. You guys are a generous group for sure.
Oh, thanks, mate. I appreciate it, and I do appreciate all the items that have been sent across for me to include in the bundle. Speaking of a pit bullion coin I was referencing earlier, I can see that you've popped it out and you've got it there right there. It's a fantastic coin. Pit did very well on that. But here's your third groin coin question, guys. I've done it again. I forgot last week. Done it again. Got pre-recorded. Makes my life so much easier. Right, here we go. What year was the seated Britannia 50p I showed in the video? What year mintage was it? Again, drill his charts. Oh, Baron, you didn't give no one a chance there. Baron, you won away, mate. You've got up to 90. Dig deep, guys. Dig deep. The closest, I think, is CY on 40 behind Baron. He is smashing it. I have got an inkling. I've got a little inkling. It's going to be Baron's round this round. If you weren't aware, Vegas, or anyone out there who wasn't aware, I play a fun game coin, the groin coin game, where I ask questions and I give away points willy-nilly at my will. And the first person to get to 100 points gets a 1 ounce silver coin, a 1 troy ounce 999 silver coin. At the moment, Baron Vamsky's up to 90, so I think he's going to take it this round, but we never know. We never know. And if and when he does win, what will happen is I will wipe the scoreboards. Everybody goes back to 0 and we start all over again. It's just a fun way to get involved. And what I do nowadays is I tailor the questions to whatever video I've released that week. And that's just a cheeky way to try and entice you all to watch my videos a little bit more. I'll be honest, yeah. Shameless. Shameless TSC. Love it. But that's your bundle for tonight, guys. That's a wonderful coaster that Mrs. Jack Stack sent across. Thank you so very much. And don't forget, guys, get your Halloween costumes in for your chance to win the Stackamon bundle there. You've got the Stackamon poker chip, you've got the Stackamon Pokemon card, and you've got the Stackamon paw all together. You can't get them anymore, guys. I'm having to give away my personal Stackamon card and poker chip to do this. That's how hard they are to get. Even as a founder of Stackers Social, they're just not gettable anymore, guys. So good luck to you all. I hope to see that go to a good home, and I hope you all have a lot of fun, and I hope to see a few of you come down with us and get involved in the live action ghost hunt we're going to be doing on Halloween night, Friday the 31st of October from 7 p.m. down at Carrick Chase. Right, mate. Thank you very much for that. Did you think of a question yet, or?
I do have a question.
Fantastic.
So you brought up Pip-Bullion, and I had a Pip-Bullion piece here. Where does Pip-Bullion live?
Great question. I think I can remember that. I think I can. If Stephen with Freeze for Ease is in, he'd get it straight away because he's a good friend with Pitbull. Kind of love it. I love it. Yeah, I think CY's got it. Vegas, yeah.
Diaxis had it first under.
Did it? Did I miss
under
Diaxis?
Kilroy.
Oh, yes, he did. Yes, he did. Well done, Vegas. Yes, he is.
He is a Vegas guy. Yes,
he is. Yes, I'm happy to say I remembered correctly because I've had Pitt come on the show before. It was me, Pitt, and Stephen with Freeze for Ease. He's a fantastic guy. Does fantastic work, doesn't he? You've got many of his pieces.
We had him on our Monday night stream one week, which was pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic! Fantastic. What's your favourite of his pieces that you have?
The only pieces I have of his are that Stacker Social piece, and then I actually still have it out on my desk too. Just a little button. Oh,
nice. Because he has got some super cool pieces, hasn't he?
He's got some wild pieces.
Yeah. I think I've only got two pieces myself. I've got because Stephen with Freeze for Ease, he used Pip-Bullion to get his 1 ounce rounds made up, and then obviously I've got the Stacker Social round as well. But okay, what's your favourite of his pieces that you haven't got?
I think the one I have is my favorite piece. It's a simple button. It doesn't have to be any crazy. And
obviously, you mean the Stacker Social piece, yeah? Yeah.
What's that one?
Obviously, you mean the Stacker Social piece, yeah?
Of course.
It is a wonderful piece.
Now I have to turn the lights on so I can read this one.
I think for me, it possibly got to be the guy who's holding up the gun shop.
Oh, those were his older pieces.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even have those on his website anymore.
Oh man, no, he's got some cheeky bits, hasn't he? He's got some very tongue-in-cheek pieces as well.
Literally tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah, literally in some places for sure. Before anybody asks. No, I ain't got a cigar tonight. I've been ill. I've had a bit of a chesty cough this week, and I couldn't hack a cigar. Before I went live. I was sat here. I was like, oh, I'll nip to the shop and go get a cigar. And I was like, nah, not tonight. So, cigar hopefully will be back next week, but couldn't handle it tonight. I'll be coughing my lung up on your, and none of you want that. Can see interact in the background. Yeah, for sure. So you should. Get in there. Get in there, guys. Get in there. I never win anything. Oh, bless. No, neither do I. Literally never win anything at all. What's going off here? Oh, that's me from time to time. When you catch a big one, believe me, you catch a big old fish. I've got somewhere I'm holding them like that, and you've got to be quite firm with them. We've got a lot of power in them. You ever done any fishing?
I
Vegas.
grew up fishing. I grew up fishing, but never really stuck with it.
Yeah, yeah. You have even fishing's quite different where you guys are. You have a lot of kind of like bass fishing, don't you? Etc. Etc. Where we're more just sat on a bank. You guys are out in a boat fishing, whereas we're sat on the bank is the main difference I think between us. You
There's
don't get
we have a lot of lakes, rivers, oceans. I grew up there's like rivers where you sit on the bank and fish.
yeah.
Um, I grew up near Lake Michigan, which is one of the Great Lakes. So we did boat fishing where you actually go sit on a boat and it goes like as slow as possible and just drags lines behind it until a fish hits
Yes.
it.
Yeah. Trudging, we call it. Trudging, where you not so much on a boat, but you'll cast out and then let it drag down. A lot of trudging's down a river, so you'll let the current take it, and it'll just drag down, like you say, until something takes it. I know I said I'm going to do most questions later, guys, but somebody's just asked in the chat, have you seen the new Stackers Social Bar? Yeah, let me show you properly. This one right here, fantastic piece of silver, produced by Cardiff Gold. Have you? I think you would have seen this one in Stackers Social.
You just did a video on that one recently.
Yes, yeah. When they came out, beautiful bars. It's another cheeky plug. It's just a cheeky plug because somebody brought it up in the chat. So any excuse to show it off really. But I think they're out of stock now. I think they've sold out unfortunately. Somebody's got the zoomies. Who's got the zoomies? I'm seeing a lot of zoomies. Videos coming up there. I have one, says Nessie. Well done to everyone who's got one. Loving that one, Silver Machine, for special distinction. Very, very nice piece. I invite people to put pieces, etc., in Stackers Social here. A lot of the time it's just Joker's Wild, add this 2026 silver 1 ounce Brit to your giveaway bundle this evening, stack chat 103, and I will post to the winner. Great community and great job TSC, and now over 22k. Oh, Joker's Wild, that's incredibly kind of you, mate. I was going to say I'll give you 10 groin coin for that, but I'm not going to give you 10 groin coin for that. I'm gonna reconsider it in a little while because I've got an idea that you'll want me to give you them later because Baron's going to wipe the scores, guys. I think it's going to happen tonight. How do you feel? Because I know it's a long day for you. You've already done a live stream. I've not been particularly well this week. We've got the duck race to do in a little while. Ideally, I'd have you on for 6 hours and grill you for another 4 hours at least. But how do you feel about handing it over to the live chat and let them to do my job for a little while and ask whatever questions they like?
Fire away.
Awesome.
Sounds
There you go,
good to
guys. Over to you lot. Be as cruel or as kind as you wish. And I know I saw one. Here we go. 𝗵𝗵𝗁, question for Vegas. What was your first ever silver/gold coin you brought for stacking? Also, do you still have your first ever coin? Fantastic question there, Baron.
I think I was into crypto for a little while and I got out of crypto. And when I got out of crypto, at the time, it was the way to get out was to buy precious metals through an online bullion dealer. So I bought like a divisible sheet of gold, which I've already sold long time ago. And I bought like 10 just silver buffaloes. But as far as like when I first started getting serious stacking, it was a tube of silver eagles, which I still have. And they're still sealed and unopened. So
for me, so I'm going to say I'm bullying. I'm going to tell you anyway. I know you don't. I know you guys don't care about me, but I'm going to answer it anyway. I couldn't answer the first ever silver coin because I was buying pre-decimal coins in my youth, way before I knew there was actually even silver content in them. I just love them for being old coins. So I don't know, and even if I did know that there was silver in it, I would have bought it in a bundle, probably with other coins. So it would be impossible for me to say this first silver coin I bought. The first ever bullion coin I bought. There's been a groin coin question before, guys. It will be a groin coin question again, so take note. The first ever bullion coin I bought was the 2021 Robin Hood Myths and Legends by the Royal Mint, and I, of course, still got that. And yeah, that was a few years ago, and that was the start of my love for bullion, because I do love bullion. I get it why people love bullion, but I also have that love for non-bullion coins. Just so you know, guys, you're only 17. Well, you're still 17 away from me telling you how fantastically brilliant you are. Come on, lick that like button, guys. Am I just not telling you enough? Is that what it is? There you go. Lick the like button, guys. Lick the like button. Right. Move on to the next question before I start boring everyone about myself. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, TSC. 𝗕𝗂𝗃𝗃, would Lil Jon beat Yoda in a fight? So, Vegas Stacker. A very serious
Little
question.
John beat who?
So, Little John, you know, Robin Hood's mate.
Yeah.
Do you reckon he could be the ultimate space wizard? The space goblin space wizard that is Yoda. Who do you think would win in that fight?
I think Yoda has to take it on that one. Sorry, Craven, but
sorry, Caravan. Call him Caravan. Sorry, Caravan, but no, you're not beating Yoda.
Yoda has the power, you know. Yoda's that.
Yeah, I've seen Yoda fight. He looks like a pinball going around a pinball machine. It's insane. You can't keep up. He's like Son Goku on Super Saiyan 3, mate. You know what I mean? I love it. That's a little ongoing thing between me and Stacking with Caravan there. But no, it's Yoda all the way, mate. We know this. Everyone knows this. Not if we can blag the mods to time him out during the questions. Who's mods? I love it, Diaxis. I love it. What is your favourite piece from Barry Wiggins, mate? And I'm going to elaborate on this and turn it into a twofold question. What is the favourite piece you own, and what is your favourite piece that you know, money is an issue, but if it wasn't, you would get it?
My favourite piece, I think, and it always sits on my desk, would have to be this butterfly.
Oh, nice. I can see why on that. I really can see why. That is a beautiful piece, size. Who poured that?
This is a Haley-bug.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Is that what the H and the bug stands for?
Yep. It's got a peace symbol, a heart, and
heart.
a Haley-bug. Peace, love, Haley-bug.
Bug for bug.
I think it's only 250 vintage.
Is Haley-bug a word over there? Is that what you call ladybugs?
No, Haley-bug, I think is just I want to say it's the guy's daughter's name, Haley, okay. And they might call her Haley-bug.
Fairs. Okay, fair enough. I wasn't sure where
the
name
piece,
came from on that one.
I was actually looking on the Haley-bug website, and my wife was peeking over my shoulder and saw me looking. And my wife she loves butterflies, so she picked that piece out. So that's why that's my favorite one. She said I could buy it. And I could buy it for her, but I could hold on to it for her.
Oh, nice. So not only is it a lovely looking piece, but it's got that sentimental attachment to it, and that's absolutely fantastic. So what piece is your favourite out of all of the pieces? You know, it can be the Royal Canadian Mint, you know, the giant gold coin they did, or the giant gold coin the Perth Mint did. Hulk takes them all out. That's a good shout. I mean, that's an argument, that is, Yoda versus Hulk. But anyway, back to the question in hand.
I'm pretty simple. Like, I don't really, I don't think I have like a real favorite piece. I think like my favorite piece that I want to get eventually would just be a simple gold buffalo, a 1 ounce gold buffalo.
Yeah.
You know, it's 24 karat gold. That's other than that, I'm just pretty simple, you know, when it comes to stuff like that. So
gold. Come on, let's see a dip just for a couple of weeks. Dip down to like 500 quid, just so man can get himself gold buffalo. Come on, go on. Right, next question. Next question is from 𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫𝗫. It's a question for me and you. I'll let you answer first. But do you own any Argentium silver, which is 935 silver?
I do not. I do
I
not at
do.
this time.
I do. I own a 935 Argentium silver pocket watch. So yes for me. No
Nice.
for Vegas. Argentium's quite rare. It is quite rare. Argentium silver is, but yeah, I have one piece. Luckily with that. So great question, Shiny. Not a lot of people know about Argentium silver because it's so rare. I think it was quite popular over in places like Austria, etc. More so over here, we went with the sterling silver standard, of course. Right, I've just my chat's just skipped, so let me just check if I've. Okay, sorry I'm late. No worries, Benson. Just good to have you here, mate. Q. Oh no, that's one we've just done. Brilliant. Okay, let's have a look. Don't. Yeah. Oh, Mrs. Jack Stacks is here. I opened your package. Thank you so much. Coinoob, yeah, no, that's my favourite piece. My favourite coin is the original 1847 Gothic crown. And they are rare as hen's teeth, mate. Even one that's worn down to basically a planchette, and you can just make out what coin it used to be, will set you about £5,000 onwards, mate. So yeah, they're stupidly high premium coins they are. We don't want to hear you screeching, TSC. You say that, Ian. Lots of people want to hear me tell you how fantastic you all are. I know you do. Come on, we've only got another 15 to get there, and I'll tell you how fantastic you are. Baron Van says Yoda for the win. Vegas, I don't accept your apology. I'm heartbroken. You need to just get with reality, Caravan. Yoda's taking down Little John every time. Every single time. He's a good guy, Caravan. And don't forget to check him out tomorrow night, guys, over on his live stream, Stacking with Caravans, where they look into some of the best caravans issued for glamping. No, not really. He's
Oh, wow.
not really. We like to joke. We like to joke. He's a fantastic guy, and I do highly recommend checking him out. I got Robin Hood, the Geordie, some merry men on Wednesday. He's not a Geordie. He's from Nottingham, innit? Robin Hood's from Nottingham, mate. Question for Vegas: what about Little John versus the Terminator? He got him there before Selfer did. Who do you reckon would win in a fight between the Terminator? And I'm going to say the Terminator from Terminator 1 versus Little John.
You're just trying to get me to break Caravan's heart.
I'm not. Diaxis is.
I don't. Sorry, but I don't think Little John can beat the Terminator. I mean, if you watch the movie, you know he's pretty tough.
A man of mere muscle with a stick against a futuristic sci-fi killing machine with thermal vision and the strength of 25 men, you know. So yeah, although, and I have said this to Craven in the past, to play devil's advocate, and the reason I said the Terminator from Terminator 1 is that Terminator was taken down by a human. He was taken down by Kyle Reese. It wasn't until the later movies that the Terminator became the good guy and started fighting alongside John Connor. So there's some sort of argument there, you know. But Kyle Reese did call upon a lot of modern day technology which would not have been available to Little John when he was on his log over the little stream with his little stick. But good question, Diaxis, and we're sorry, Craven, mate, we're sorry. Little Ian will be devastated for sure. Question for Vegas: what are your thoughts about state quarters and other limited circulation coins? Great question there, Toaster, mate.
The state quarters, I think, was like a more recent type thing to try and get people back into coin collecting, and I think it was a bad attempt.
That's
as far as like,
sorry, just so I'm clear on that, that's what I've got a couple of. So I've got like the Texas quarter, and I've got one of the other states, and they're the ones you mean, yeah?
Yeah. I'm guessing that's what robot toaster means as well.
Yeah.
It's a cool idea, and it's cool to get people into it. But I really don't have any thought about the like limited circulation and stuff. That's just that's more collecting, which I'm not really into too much. for going after the limited stuff. But it's cool to keep people's interest. If they can think of new stuff and a way to keep people's interest in precious metals and a little bit of collecting, there's nothing wrong with it.
Cool. No, no, for sure, for sure. I think the one I got was they're not silver, so I don't know if he like did a silver-proof version of them or etc. But the ones I got are just normal, non-silver coins. But I thought they were interesting, and they weren't a lot. I think I got them for about a quid each or something at a coin fair, and I thought, for a quid, there's something different, something interesting, and I might just end up throwing them in a duck race at some point. I'm always looking for good value, interesting coins that can go into giveaways. We've been doing one every week, so yeah, I like them. But I don't know much about them other than I've come across them, and I'm aware of it, that they've got a quarter for each of the different states, and the one for Texas has got the outline of the state of Texas, and then it's got a star on it as well, if I remember correctly.
Sounds right. Yeah, it was a newer thing, and there's no silver in them or anything. It was just a thing to try and get people interested in the collecting again, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So it's kind of similar to our 50p's then. We have, I don't know if you're aware, but we have 50p coins, and we have different commemorative ones with different images on them to try and, I don't want to say provoke, to promote people to coin collect. So it sounds kind of along those lines, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Something
is there a silver... Sorry, buddy.
No, go ahead. You're good.
Okay, I just didn't catch what you said at the end there, mate. Is there a silver artist you don't have in your collection that you like and would like to have? And that's from Solo.
Silverpunk would have to fit that one, and eventually I will have a Silverpunk piece.
Yeah. Everyone should have at least one Silverpunk piece, in my opinion. He does some fantastic pieces. He really does, and some of my favourite pod pieces have definitely come from Silverpunk for sure. Here he is, good old Caravan. Question for both: if you could only stack bullion or pre-decimal constitutional forever, what path are you choosing? That's a very good question, Craven, and not an easy question for me to answer at least. So I'm going to let you answer first, mate.
I would go with the bullion. What I had started looking towards moving my stacking direction in before the crazy price upswing was 5-ounce bars.
Okay.
So just weight and just bullion for me is what I'm looking at anyway.
I would find
which
it
5-ounce
a lot more
bars
difficult.
5-ounce bars has been a little bit of a different thing in the U.S. lately too, which is weird.
They started to, like you say, before the price hikes, they started to get a lot of popularity, didn't they? The 5-ounce bars.
Yeah, it's a nice little weight, and I know it's hard for you guys to get the 5-ounce bars in the UK, but it's got a purpose in a stack. Like I have quite a few 10-ounce bars, and then I wanted to do a certain ounce weight in 10-ounce, 5-ounce, different weights, just so you have the variety. But the 5-ounce, it fits a good little niche, a good little middle ground for everything.
It's a nice size. It's like you say, it is a nice size. Me personally, when it comes to bars, because I'm all about diversity and I want different pictures, different designs on each bar. I like to go for the. I'd rather have 5 1-ounce bars, all with different designs on them, than 1 5-ounce bar, if you know what I mean. But for me to answer that question would be extremely difficult, Craven. It really, truly would be extremely difficult. I think I would have to say I'd go down pre-decimal. I love pre-decimal. I love the history behind it. I love the coinage. But that being said, there's some fantastic new stuff coming out, and for me, it's not a decision I'd ever want to make. It really, really isn't. Very difficult question for me there, Craven. So well done to you there. But I'm gonna. It might be one of those that if you were to ask me on a Wednesday, you'd get one answer. But at the moment, I'm gonna go with pre-decimal. But good question there. Good question. Right, from Jerry Mandarin. What about nice juicy 958 Britannia silver invented to protect the coins from being melted into stuff? There you go. There you go. I didn't know that was the reason for 958, but it makes sense. It makes sense because, 925, you can melt that down, make it into other 925, 999. You can melt that down, and use it in other stuff. But if the Britannia is the only thing using the 958, I mean, technically you can melt it down and do whatever you want with it, but it does kind of make it a bit more hard to get rid of. So thanks for letting us know that. But have you? I don't suppose you've got any 958 pieces in your stack, have you?
No, I do not.
I've got a few. So 958 was between when they made the first ever Silver Britannia in 1997 all the way up into 2013. I do believe the year of change was. They will tell us in the chat if I've got that wrong, but I do believe it was 2013. And what it was is the 1 ounce coins in that time frame weighed a little over 1 troy ounce. So you had 1 troy ounce of sterling. You had 1 troy ounce of pure silver in every coin, but the coin weighed a little bit more than 1 troy ounce. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Coin Noob's later. I've missed what you've done there, Coin Noob. It says shameless I am. If you're talking about your drilling of pre-decimals, you are shameless, my friend. But yeah, I've got a few. There's some very nice. The first Britannia, which they also used for design in 1999, is probably my favourite design of the Britannias. It's one where she's on the chariot, and it's a beautiful looking coin. It really, really is. So I've got a few because I am doing a date run of Britannias. I do a date run of American Silver Eagles and a date run of Britannias, which I never intended to do. I just ended up with a few of the different years, and it was like, well, all right then. If I get a American Silver Eagle in and I ain't got it, I'm going to keep it. So yeah, they're the only sovereign bullion coins that I do date runs of. Do you do any date runs of sovereign bullion coins, and if so, which ones?
No, I don't. When I first started getting into stacking, I thought about doing all the different 𝗂𝗶𝗃𝗃, but then once I realized how many there were, I just veered away from it.
That is one. That is, yeah, I know what you mean. I'm feeling that pain now because that is one thing I'm doing. But I wouldn't cross the 𝗂𝗶𝗃𝗃s as a sovereign coin. That would be the Australian kangaroo. The 𝗂𝗶𝗃𝗃s are slightly different, but they do one every year. But it's more of a series, isn't it, the 𝗂𝗶𝗃? But I can't fault you there, and I am trying to slowly backstack with the 𝗂𝗶𝗃s. I've picked a couple up here recently. I've actually got a few of my 𝗂𝗶𝗃s right down here with me, but they are a beautiful coin. Ian, I'm probably stupid enough to do that. Ian says £1 start on a 1847 Gothic. And yeah, if there's one guy daft enough to do it, it's me, mate. It's me. Bucket list coin, the 1847 Gothic crown. Me too, C.I. Stirling, because it is a coin that is kind of realistic. There's a chance that I may one day have enough spare cash in the bank to buy a Gothic crown. It's not like a 1933 penny where it's going to cost you hundreds of thousands. It's going to cost you tens of thousands. So it's kind of on par with buying that car you've loved your whole life. You know what I mean? It's kind of a retirement coin. If I get there, Robin Hood is a scar. No, he's scarcer. Get out of here. If I could have worked out how to do that and not have it messed up because of green screen by now, I would have been pressing a button to tell you to get out of here. So look, Little John versus Jerry Mandolin wants to know Little John versus RoboCop. We're just destroying Little John at this point, guys. I think we've both got a great RoboCop, haven't we? And it's no shame, Little John. I would lose a fight to RoboCop too.
It's a whole different time period. It's hard to put
Exactly.
Little John up against new stuff. You can't do that.
Exactly.
That's not fair.
Exactly. Put Little John up against the Sheriff of Nottingham. I'm on Little John's side all day long. Against Prince John. Little John for the win, mate. Come on, let's go. Even against Maid Marian, maybe, if he catches her by surprise. My Little John can't. He's coined to 16 pieces. He is as well. He is. Coinoob did that, and Craven was desperately trying to find a Little John, and Coinoob just got one and sliced it and diced it. Well, he didn't do it himself. He sent it off to the coin cutter to make it into a jigsaw, and it is a super cool jigsaw. So that's allowed, mate. That is allowed. I've got a 958 Britannia. I like them. Yeah, they're nice. They're cool. They're cool and different. It's all good, brother. I thought the same. If he let me out of the cupboard from time to time, I might side with him. Have I done something to disrespect you, Dioxis? I apologise if I have. I don't know. Sometimes I'm so behind of a chat, it goes over my head a little bit. Evening, lovely people from 𝗵𝗺. 𝗵𝗺, fantastic to see you. Just popping in for a quick break before getting back to work. Well, thank you very much, 𝗵𝗺. I appreciate it. 𝗵𝗺 have done some fantastic pieces for Stackers Social. They really, really have. It's 𝗵𝗺 who do the poker chips, which I'm looking to see if I've got one in front of me, but I don't. They are incredible, and I do like doing a date one of the Stackers Social poker chips every year. Wrong. Sarah killed the Terminator with a crusher. Not in. Well, I mean, yes, yeah. It was disposed of. Wasn't it a garbage truck? It's been a while since I watched the film. You're not wrong technically, but you know, it was a collaboration between Kyle Reese and Sarah Connor, wasn't it? You know, give Kyle a bit of credit, but yes, on a technicality, Silver Serpent, I'll give you 10 groin coins for that. Because you are technically right, Serpent. Speaking of which, should we do a few more questions? Give out some more groin coins. They've been asking us enough questions. Let's ask them a couple. What do you reckon, mate?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Give them a taste of their own medicine. Okay, so for 10 groin coin points, guys, which coin did I show in a clip from an older video? In this week's video, which coin did I show a clip of from an older video? I'm gonna have to catch up with the chat. I'm well behind. No, a crusher. Well, it was like a garbage crusher. Were you first there, Baron? Were you first? Can we have a referee adjudicator decision here? Was Baron first? The answer is cartwheel penny. It is cartwheel 1 penny. Was it the hot rocking horse? I'm thinking sweating on a penny. Yeah, I know. So gross, wasn't it? But it goes to show, you know, the condensate. And those gloves in that video were really thin ones. You can get thicker gloves. But I recently did the same with with one of the Batman logos. You know, I put in. So look. Yeah, Baron. Oh, no. Yeah, but BBA, that's on your own, mate. That's on your own. Okay, we'll do it again. Right, guys. Your own messages do show quicker on your own devices, guys. So, we've got to go on what's on the internet, buddy. We've got to go on what's on the internet. If we go on the internet... where are we? That's questions... No, crush that. Right, here we go, mate. Cartwheel 1 penny, CY Sterling 1797 penny, and Venue BBA, mate. So I get it on your own device, 100% get it. But yeah, it was Baron. It was Baron. So is the stat clear saying size matters, or is it just thickness that matters? No, it's material. You get yourself in that latex, baby. Go on, get yourself in latex. That's just reminded me. The phrase for next week, I've already put the post up, but the phrase for next week is Vegas baby. It's got to be Vegas baby. It can't just be Vegas. It's got to be Vegas baby. So that's your phrase for next week. That's the one. That's it. So that's in honour of my guest tonight, the Vegas stacker. But Baron 𝗵𝗁. Now then, Baron 𝗵𝗁. We're only at 38 likes, so I can't tell the chat how good they are. I can't do that for everyone else here. But for you, and you alone, Baron, who have just got yourself to 100 groin coins, I can say that on this round anyway, Baron 𝗵𝗁, my friend, you have been the best around. Nothing's ever gonna keep you down. You're the best around. Nothing's ever gonna keep you down. Well done, Baron 𝗵𝗁. 100 groin coins. You have won yourself a troy ounce of silver. I do believe it's going to be a 2025 Perth Mint Dragon coin bar, buddy. So well done to you, Crusher in the factory. What is a crusher for, guys? Was it a garbage paler like you get in factories and warehouses that you put rubbish in, a rubbish crusher, or were they putting diamonds in there? Or car, you know, what were they putting if not rubbish in the crusher? That's what goes into a crusher, guys. Yes, Baron says thanks, TSC. There you go. I got to sing at least, but well done to you there, mate. Well done to you there, which means we wipe the board. I then record to myself, oh yes, I meant to give Joker's Wild 10 groin coins. I forgot to do that earlier. There you go. Joker's Wild for being so kind and as to donate a troy ounce of silver for tonight's giveaway. You deserve 10 groin coin right there. But well done, Baron. Well done, Baron. But yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is they are used for crushing garbage. I'm not saying a truck. I'm saying a garbage compactor. We had one. I used to work at Asda in warehouses. We had one in there. You used to chuck all your cardboard boxes and other rubbish in there, and turned it into a little square of rubbish. You know, you also use them for hay. A baler, but I don't think it would have been hay in Terminator. I certainly can't remember it being hay in Terminator. You can also use them for cars, but that's cars you're disposing of. So again, it's garbage. It's a garbage crusher. Am I going to die on this hill arguing semantics? Can I have my question asked, please? Yes, you can, mate. I had to skip a few to ask you with growing coins. But Benson, and if I haven't asked your question, can you repost it, guys? Because I have missed a few. Benson had asked, can I? Ben, I've got to find it, Benson. Hold on, let me find it. Can you do me a favour, Benson? Can you put it back in the chat for me, and I will ask it straight away for you, buddy.
He says, "What is my favorite takeaway? What is Vegas's favorite takeaway?"
Oh, nice one. Thank you, mate. Yes. Vegas, Stacker, a question from Benson here. What is your favourite takeaway? Good question, Benson.
What is a takeaway, may I ask?
It's a takeaway. So it's a doggy bag. You get your food and you take it home. You take the food away with you. You don't sit into it.
My favorite takeout food. That's a good one. I guess it just have to be good old American burger and fries. I mean,
it's a good call.
That's a good go-to. If it was like a restaurant and takeout from a restaurant, it would have to be
the good old American hamburger that comes from Hamburg.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
I'm sorry. No, I'm going to tell you a fun story here. I'm telling you a fun story, right? So, I have on multiple occasions had the same argument with my mother that hamburgers do not contain pork. They are not made of ham. They are called hamburgers because they were introduced through the World Fair from Hamburg, and they originate from Hamburg, which is why they're called hamburgers. Well, my mum for some reason thinks that a beef burger and a hamburger are two completely different things, and one's made from pork and the other's made from beef, and I can't get her to see sense.
No, as far as I know, in the U.S. they're like somebody says, Mick says plant-based. Yeah, there are plant-based ones now, but
what's it called?
For the most part,
burger,
they're beef.
Yeah,
they're beef burgers.
Yeah, you got a good nice prime cut of beef in there. You know what I mean? It is hard. I will give you this. It is very hard to beat a good hamburger. You know, a proper good hamburger, decent. Like for me, it's got to be a brioche bun. I love the a nice sweet brioche bun, nice thick patty, a good, a really nice cheese, a jalapeno jack or something like that. You know, none of this plasticky stuff. Some really fresh salad, bit of mayo, relish or whatever your choice of condiment is. I'm not going to judge. For me, it's mayonnaise. Get that bun on, squeeze it down and get it in. You find it hard to beat that, don't you?
Yeah, that's the way to do it. You nailed it. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. For me, There's been some very good entries here. I don't know. For me, my favourite takeout, it maybe has to be a mixed doner kebab. Doner kebab it's kind of similar. It's not the same, but it's very similar to shawarma in America. Do you know the meat that you've got on the vertical rotisserie that spins round?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So a mixed doner would be lamb meat or mixed with chicken meat. And that's possibly my favourite. It was the Roman who made the first burger. But I'm not gonna disagree with you there. I'm not gonna disagree with you. You know, was it really a burger? Was it more of a sandwich? You know, would it be classified more sandwich than burger? I don't know. We don't know enough of the variants to make a solid deduction at this stage of Louis, is what I'm saying. But yeah, no, I credit to you there on that one, mate. Vegas, question is what food do you like delivered to your house, like curry or Chinese, so on? Well, burger. You get burger and chips delivered. I'm making myself hungry here, mate. I ain't eaten anything yet today. But yeah. So, but it's you can go and collect it yourself and take it away. But most time people do have it delivered. But yeah, I think burger and chips is that's still a very 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 popular takeaway food over here. Love it, Colin, dude. Look at that. There we go. Look at that. That's a burger and a half. Always makes me laugh. They say it's American as apple pie, but apple pie's English. Pizza's Italian. French fries. No point for guessing where French fries came from. You more adapt good food, don't you, the Americans? You've got good tasting foods. The foods that you take on and make your own are fantastic.
It's a big melting pot for sure.
Yeah, and your food is too good, mate. Your food is too good. I went to America in 2009. I spent about a month. I went to where did I go first? I think it was Los Angeles first, then Hawaii, and then San Francisco on the way back. I put about 2 stone on in that 1 month, mate. It was unreal the amount of weight I put on. The breakfast. I fell in love with eggs Benedict in America. It just, my word, the food was so, it was so decadent and yeah, yeah. Well done to you, though. I'll say that. You may have not invented many foods, but you have certainly made a lot of foods your own, such as pizza and burgers and that kind of thing.
The portion sizes are enormous in the States for sure.
Yeah. I'll tell you something about as American as far as I'm aware. Biscuits and gravy.
It's fair. Yeah, I couldn't imagine where that would come from.
Can I just point out to the for people from the UK over here? Biscuits and gravy contains neither biscuits nor gravy.
Oh, it has biscuits.
No, my friend.
Oh, okay. They're different biscuits than the UK biscuits.
Yes, yeah, very much so. What we call a biscuit is more akin to a cookie for you guys, although there is a big distinction between a cookie and a biscuit. Yeah, I think it's a bit more like a scone kind of thing, and the gravy's white, isn't it? So what's that stuff? What's that? Gravy's meant to be brown.
I don't know. Yeah, that's gravy. Like gravy, like mashed potatoes and gravy is it's like a white gravy almost.
No, it's not.
What is gravy
brown.
in the UK? Or brown gravy? Okay, so
it's brown. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. So I'm interested. I like what's it? Do you know any idea what it comes from? What it's made of? The gravy you guys have?
It's like a sausage gravy. It's like rendered down sausage. You use the oil and stuff from that. Probably cream, I think, is in there.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty much it. Like cream and like some thickening agent and some sausage in there.
Fair enough. Another food that as far as I know, is American grits.
Ritz.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Raccoon, I'm sorry, but because Raccoon says nothing like Swarmwood or Swarmwood is infinitely superior, but to the layman it is. To the layman, if you're going to describe to somebody who doesn't know what a doner kebab is but does know what shawarma is, you know what I mean. They're both vertical, they're rotisserie, they kind of serve the same. I know they're not the same thing. We've had that conversation before, but they're not that dissimilar. I'm not going to disagree that shawarma's superior either. Let's have a look. Dates back to England 1381. If you're talking about that apple pie, the apple pie does date back to medieval England. You are absolutely right. And apple pie predates the history of apple pie. It was around a long time before the earliest recorded recipe, etc., of apple pie. But it is thought to be, you don't know for a fact that somebody in a different country didn't make it before that, but the first recording of apple pie is England. Absolutely enough with the food talk, because I'm getting starving here. Question here from my good friend and fellow co-host of Stackers Social, 𝗖𝗺𝗺𝗀 𝗵𝗵𝗿𝗶𝗶𝗀. He says, question for Vegas, what's your thoughts on the high premiums of silver eagles right now? Here they have it increased a lot.
I'm not sure what the premiums are like on the Silver Eagles right now. Um,
I mean, it's going
I'm
to have gone
not.
up a lot, isn't it? Because what we've seen with silver. Now, I did a very good video earlier about silver and premiums. To play devil's advocate to that is one thing to remember. When it comes to larger bullion dealers, you've got things like VAT to consider. So, taking the £45 which 𝗖 used as a fair price today, if a dealer that was subject to VAT sold that for £45, that would make that piece £54 after VAT. So with a lot larger dealers, there is a lot of that to consider. There's also, one thing you brought up is dealers have stock from before the price hikes. That's something I've seen. As somebody who sells silver, my dealers, I'm buying the same coins as I was off them a couple of months ago for a lot higher than I was paying a couple of months ago. But the other side to that is, as a dealer, if you sell your stock, you've got to replenish your stock, and if you don't follow the price, you can price yourself out as a dealer. It's a very very difficult time, and a lot of people have gone really high. I'm not saying 𝗖 isn't right in his videos. A lot of what he said is absolutely spot on. It really is, and there's a lot of people out there, but sometimes it's a little bit more to it than that. I mean, personally, as somebody who's trying to become a dealer, and I've been selling, regularly, weekly for 8 months now. I try and keep my prices down as low as possible. I really do, and I've seen the prices jump up. Even at the shows, you couldn't get a 1 ounce bullion piece for over £50. So it's gut wrenching to see, and it's a very difficult time, especially when it wasn't that long ago. I was buying silver for £25 an ounce. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was weight stack stuff covered in milk spots and scuffs or whatever. But it wasn't that long ago. But it was very interesting. It was a very well put together and interesting video, and I highly recommend anyone go over and give it a watch if they haven't done so yet. And is definitely right. There's a lot of people that are doing exactly what I said. But same as I say, some of the larger dealers that are subject to VAT, that's going to make you're always going to be paying quite a bit more for pieces from places like that than you will on secondary markets, which is what makes secondary markets so fantastic, because you can buy peer to peer. There's no value that vodka and tonic, as Stephen likes to say, or value added tax, and that's what makes things like the Stackers Social marketplace so fantastic. Now, obviously, you should expect to see things less on a marketplace like Stackers Social, unless it's a. I know there's some quite large bullion dealers that do sell through Stackers Social, Charge very involved with Stackers Social, etc. But your peer-to-peer stuff, you should always expect to see that a little bit cheaper than bullion dealers who have got other things like overheads, etc. But very interesting topic, and one was discussed in length earlier on. I mean, you're somebody, you sell yourself and whatnot. What's your take on what I've just said there?
It's tough. See, like, when I first started Whatnot, I tried to do the auctions, but it's too tough to do auctions and come out of it come out of it in a positive cash flow.
Yeah,
The the margins are so slim when it comes to buying or selling precious metals. The margins are way too slim when you're looking
yeah.
to do auctions on Whatnot
Especially with
because
bullying.
the
Especially
people
with bullying.
that are on Whatnot, they're on there to get a deal, and it's hard to give them a deal
Yeah,
and still come out profitable. And
yeah,
I mean, I have two wholesalers that I got in with that I can get precious metals from, but
yeah,
still, even after the Whatnot fees and then restocking,
yeah.
it's still hard to do like a straight auction.
Oh, I believe me.
So
As somebody who just does straight auctions, I know.
it's
You're 100% right.
it is tough, and know it's not popular with the stacker social crowd, but I run games. My last couple of streams I've run games, but I run fair. I try to do like fair games where the bottom prizes are decent, the mid prizes are decent, and the top prizes are really good.
Well,
Um,
I've spoken about this. I had Daniel. I don't know if he's anything to do with you guys over there. I think Daniel's the head of Europe for coins and bullion, who came on and let me interview him on a previous tech chat, and after, it wasn't in the chat with him, but it was afterwards when I was interacting with live chat. And that topic came up of the. It used to be before the spin wheels, and now it's gone. We've got rid of spin wheels, and now it's the surprise set. And I did say during that, you adults, if you want to go and have a bit of fun on a surprise set, and I've done it. Like I did it with Alan Tully, and I ended up paying £8 for a gram of silver shot. You know, it's the way it goes. But I thought, you know what,
right.
I'll have a little punt. I'll have a one-off punt, and it's all about that's the way to look at it, isn't it? You know, don't be chasing your losses on these kind of things. You know, I'm not going to say never ever do it. If you've got an addictive personality and you've had any kind of issue with gambling in your past, stay away from anything like that. But if you want to have a little fun and
100%.
maybe get a coin way undervalue, why not? You know what I mean? So I get it, and it sounds like you are being as fair as you possibly can do, and it is a risk, and people are aware of that when they do it. It's not something I do, and I do say try and not avoid them, but make sure you're not getting yourself into any trouble by using them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. And it's just like you said, if you have an addictive personality or a gambling personality, then yeah, then Whatnot is definitely not a good place for you for sure. But
Unless you're
if
coming on a Monday, unless you're coming on a Monday at 6 p.m. to buy some coins off me under spot price and watch me getting done over time and time again every single Monday, guys.
that's how it did when I did my first auction. I'm like, you know what? I have this stuff. I bought it last year. I'm up real good on it. I'll do an
Yeah,
auction. But it's like so much stuff went for like spot, and then
yeah,
after the
yeah,
fees and stuff, it's like shit. I can't do that.
yeah. And the
And
problem,
then
look, to expand a little bit more on what I was saying earlier, the problem for me, right, is I have to buy so much to get in weight. I have to buy so many before I start getting a different price. Before
yeah,
I start getting that wholesale price, that bulk price. So if and this is the God's honest truth when it comes to dealers, guys. If I was to sell everything based on the price I bought it for maybe 6 months ago, I wouldn't regain enough out of that to then buy enough stock to get the price that I would want to get that stock for to be able to sell it at a profit. So I'd end up having a lot. My stock would end up going down and down and down. And so, as a dealer, you do kind of have to follow those trends up. And there is always going to be a bit of a premium over spot for most things. Again, as I say, the older numismatic stuff, you can get some really good spot price deals. It is definitely the kind of stuff that goes at spot price in my auctions. Another thing as well, the foreign silver that can go at fantastic price. I always try and start my auctions normally a little bit below spot wherever I can. I have to protect myself to an extent, but I always try and start the auctions below spot wherever I can. And I do that because I want to encourage bidding. I actually want to see people have a little bit of a, punt against each other and have a bit of fun and excitement in the auction. But what I'll end up happening most of the time is I'll get one or two bids and that's it, and then it goes on to spot. So yeah, do come and join me every Monday if you want to get some cracking deals. I haven't uploaded this week's coins yet. I'm going to do that tomorrow and Monday. But yeah, going back to you. So I suppose it doesn't make that much of an effect. Has the spot price increasing made you had to change the value of your surprise entries?
It scared me a little bit. Like it's hard to find time because when I do those, it's like 6 hours plus to do a decent live game. So I haven't
Yeah.
done one in probably a couple weeks, and the price sort of does have me fearful from running the games because the sweet spot on those games is like a $5 bid.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to give away some cheap top prize, where even if you have 500 spins, you got to factor in it might only go to 50.
Yeah.
So you can't factor
Also,
your top prize in too high. So it's been weird.
and the other thing, I suppose there's a huge risk for you guys as well, isn't there? Because if you do these surprise sets, and let's say the first person comes in, bop, £5,
Yep.
star item gone.
Yeah, that's why it's tough. It's a gamble in both directions. And what did I run the last time? I ran, I think a 600. I didn't mean for it to be, but it ended up being like a 600 spin game. But it only went like, I shouldn't say only, but it went like 350 spins, and then it was gone. So I mean, you have to, and I do like envelopes. So and then the envelopes are open at the end of the set. But like I'll do 10 envelopes.
Yeah.
I'll do 10 envelopes, so that helps. But sometimes the envelopes go right away.
If everyone knows that the star prize has gone right away, then it's kind of shafted you as the guy running it, isn't it? You know what I mean? You want that to go as late as possible. Ideally, your perfect position would be for that to be the last piece sold.
Yeah, and that's where the envelopes come into play, because then you don't know. I would have like 10 top prizes. One would be like a gram of gold, maybe 2 ounces of silver, a couple 2-ounce silver rounds, maybe 1-ounce silver round. But yeah, I mean, I've had the envelopes go right away, and it's like shit. It's a gamble both directions.
Yeah, for sure. Right then, guys, I've got one more question here from 𝗫𝗫𝗺. Then we're going to do only 9. Come on, can we get 9 more likes? What's 9? There we go. 9 more likes, and I'll tell you all how fantastic you are. Look at Nerd rubbing it in. How beautiful is that coin right there? This is what I'm talking about.
That is very nice.
Got the vulture on it. 720 silver, Republic de Chile. There we go. Sorry about that, guys.
Not too often you see a vulture on a coin, that's for sure.
No, that's it. That's what it is for me. You know what I mean? It's so different, so interesting. And yeah, I sold it stupidly cheap, as I do all the time. Right then, last question from 𝗫𝗫𝗺. I'm sorry if we haven't had a chance to ask any question, guys. I do apologise. We're going to have to finish off the auction, and then we've got to do the duck race. But question from 𝗫𝗫𝗺 for both, in case you missed it. If you could start your own precious metal mint tomorrow, what would be the first item you would produce?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
What would you do?
Tough.
What would you do? Would you have like some sort of staple piece? Like the what was it? Was it the algorithms for the Germania? That kind of thing. Lady Fortuna for Pamp, would you come down with one? Mine might just be some ugly big-eared geezer with a flat cap and a cigar on it or something. I don't know. That's a very, very bloody good question. Very nice question. Everyone's saying how much
Tough.
they love
I
that
don't
coin
know.
for Nerd. Yeah, no, super cool. Do you know what I'd make? I'd make a coin with a vulture on it. And it'd be like this, and it'd be on top of a rock. And it'd look fantastic, and I'd get to keep it all to myself and wouldn't ever have to sell it. That's what I'd do. I love it. Right then,
Man,
guys.
that's a tough one.
It is. No, it really is. Well, if you come up with one, let us know. But for now, guys, I'm just going to drop this link in there. That's the link. If you want to have a little bid, right? We're up to 105 right now with Barry Wiggins. It's a truly beautiful coin, guys. Absolutely stunning piece. It really, really is. You can see right here, that's the milking I was talking about earlier. So it's got a little bit of milk on the obverse, but with it being on the frosted part, it's actually very difficult to see that. So, guys, let me. I'm gonna start a 1 minute timer, guys. You've got 1 minute. If you want to bid. Hey, 365, great to see you. We're just going to end the auction I put in Stackers Social early on for my good friend Jamie. I'm acting as an escrow agent on this one, guys. 45 seconds left, guys. Last chance. The links in the chat. If you want to get a bid in, you just need to put it in the chat right here. Barry is currently taking it at 105. Free postage to the UK, guys. Free tracks postage to the UK. 30 seconds left. I love the little monkey right here. 100. Love it. Was that an NFT? I think that was an NFT, that monkey was, wasn't it? I would call mine sultry silver and feature gorgeous women on my silver rounds, clothed and not. Fair enough, Silver Serpent. Let's have a whip round and give Silver Serpent a start up, hey guys. Hey, it's almost time for duck race. That means 𝗀𝗃 is here. How you doing, K? Oh, 1 second, and we're done, guys. We are done. We are ended. Well done. Congratulations, and thank you very much, Barry Wiggins, my good friend. What a guy. What a guy he is. I'll get that sorted for you, and I'll get that. We'll sort that out, and I'll get that posted out to you on Tuesday. Love the live auction. Well, it's only the end bit. I started the auction earlier today. It was just the very last bit, just to close it off. I'm glad you didn't shout at me earlier, 365, because I'd not done an auction on Stackers Social before, and I put it in the marketplace, not in the auction room. And I was like, ooh, I'm not going to live this down. I am not going to live this down if I don't get this shifted. So I had to close down the original listing and move it over to the auction room. But no, that's gone very well. And thank you, guys. Thank you to everyone who's bidded. It's a beautiful coin there, and we'll get that sorted about it. I have a feeling pre-decimal silver streams are going to get much more popular. Maybe with with what I was saying earlier, with you being able to get a lot closer to spot price with pre-decimal a lot of the time. Luckily, I've been at my nan's. Oh, there you go. How is Nana 365? Pass my love on. Yeah, you were saying 105th birthday party. She had I think that means she's had a letter from the Queen and the King now, doesn't it? But 105, that's some going, isn't it? 105 years old. I won't be around at 105. I know that for a fact. I'll be lucky if I'm X60. Got to make some lifestyle changes if I want to do that. Put that out. And as I put that out, let us move ourselves over. Here's Electric Bloke. Here he is. Back to win another duck race, are you, Electric Bloke? He's won like 2 out of the last 3 or something. Good luck to you, and good luck to everyone else. 105 is absolutely amazing. Congratulations and well done. And here's to many more for Nano365. But the time has come, guys. We're 12 minutes late. Let's go over to the ducky races. There we are, guys. Right then, my friend, we've got the full list of 68 people who entered. Well, full list of 67 people who entered, and one person who put Duck 100 in the Stack Chatting Track Room, which is for a giveaway that I did weeks ago. But it made me chuckle, and I was feeling generous, so I've stuck you in there. Mates. Well done, and good luck to everyone. But if you are wanting to know whether or not you're entered into this week, guys, I didn't do the post last week, so as per usual, if I ever forget, I use the weeks before. So if you've already entered into that one, you don't need to do anything. But here we go, guys. 𝗕5𝗁𝗂𝘀𝗧. That's the one who did Duck 100 in Stackers Social. So, but I won't do that again. It's got to be on my YouTube post, guys. I'll put a link in Stack Chat Interact some point during the week. But as I say, guys, that's your lot. You got 68 people who's entered. Slow it down. Watch it back. Slow it down if you need to. Vegas, my friend, can you give me the timer, please? How long should we do the race for? I normally say between 1 and 2 minutes, preferably.
1 minute 23 seconds.
1, 2, 3. I like it. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Fantastic. Right, guys. You know. Nemo for the birthday wish. Yes, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nemo. Happy birthday to you. There you go. I ain't said go yet, have I? So get them back in your barrel and smoke it. There you go. Go. Help. I need somebody. Help. Not just anybody. 2. Well, we're not surprised. You lot. 𝗖𝗺𝗁𝗀, man. What you done to me here? 1, 2. There we go. Right then. Vegas, my friend, if you can do me a very kind favour and just give me a countdown from 3. When you say go, I will get this race started.
3, 2, 1. Go!
And they are off, and straight away it's Pink Duck, Mrs. GSH. It's been a while since she's won one. She's won about 15 of the past, but she's currently in the lead with Decent Day just behind. We've got 𝗵𝗵𝗁𝗀𝗃 there as well. 𝗵𝗵𝗁𝗃's won the groin coins tonight. Can he make it our first double for groin coin and duck race in the same night? It's never happened before. Will it happen today? Not at the moment. It's Yoxnav. No, it's 𝗵𝗵𝗁𝗃 once again. The chance is still there. Moving on from 𝗵𝗵𝗁𝗃, we still have that Baron there, but we've got Benson coins currently in the lead. Is it going to be in the pink, or will Benson end up in the stink? We'll find out in 50 seconds time, guys. Still looking good for Benson right now, but Sandy Millington is storming away. So is 𝗖𝗺𝗁𝗀, my good friend and fellow co-founder. 𝗕𝗿𝗶𝗃𝗃 from Stacker Socials there as well. 𝗕72's there. 𝗕𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 is there as well. Was it 𝗕𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 last week or something like that? I can't remember. I don't know. I forget. Cassior's there as Liberty Duck. We've got 𝗕𝗿𝗐. We've got 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏 as the Zorro Duck, that's the name I was looking for. 𝗁𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, you're in there, mate. Come on, 𝗁𝗏𝗏𝗏. Let's get your first duck race. If you promise not to make any real coins into pre-decimal washers. Self-Audion had a little bit of a chase there, but he's coming back. It says stack it right now. It's Santa Claus. He is nowhere near Christmas. Get yourself back to that pot, North Pole, you fat guy. Still stackers. You got Scott Silver there as well. Ian Ritchie. He's getting so excited. I can't even talk, but he still says stacker. He's going to be. No, he's not. He's going to be. Oh my God, he wins all of it. He wins all the members race. He's giving up winning the members race. Now he wants the general races too. It is another win. Another win for Jim Wen. Congratulations, Jim Wen, my friend. There we go. Let's go over to the studio. Whilst Vegas Stacker, I ask you, do you know what time it is?
I'm sorry, what did you ask? It broke up a little bit.
Do you know what time it is?
Do I know what time it is?
I'll tell you. I'm going to tell you what time it is. It is time that we all say collectively in one united voice, it is time to short the duck up. Here we go. We got it all coming through. STDU. Yes. Shut the duck up. Shut the duck up. Quacking away in my ears all night long. Well done, Jim. Congratulations to Jim. It's his first free weekly one, guys. He's only monopolised on the members giveaways up to yet. But well done to you, Jim. He's a fantastic guy. So congratulations to him. So. The whole system is rigged. You know it. I know it. We all know it. Right then, I've still got a couple of groin coin questions here, which means we've still got a chance to give you beautiful people an opportunity to get on the brand new groin coin board. Have you got any more questions you'd like to ask me, or?
I got nothing. I got no questions.
That's all good. That's all good. Right then. So we established that. The coin shown on this week's video from a previous video of mine, a very, very sweaty 1797 cartwheel penny. But which monarch can be seen on the cartwheeled penny and 2 pence? Which monarch can be found on the cartwheeled pennies? Respect my photo. Tool time. George, what's that, George? V12. CY has taken it. BBA, he just beat you. He might show you on your chat again, but in the live chat, I've got George referred by CY Sterling. He beat you because he didn't take the time. He didn't waste that nanosecond to put a space between George and third. So that's how he got you there. But he did put third, which is three digits rather than just a number 3. I need some sleep. Oh, mate, don't worry. We're going to be closing down soon now. I'm going to ask these last few growing coin questions, then we'll look to start ending things down. But well done to you there, CY, mate. I knew it was coming. Right. Shall we do it? I've got to do it again. Go in. Where are we? Right. Here we go. BBA Stewards Inquiry right here. Where are we? That's too far. George referred. CY Sterling right there. BBA just after, mate. Just after. Unlucky BBA. You were super close, mate. You were super close. You have been for a couple now. Fair play. So let me put CY down before I forget him, guys. CY. That'll do. I know who CY is. Good guy, CY. You know it's true because it rhymes. Right. Okay. So we know that it had George referred on it. But how many cartwheel pennies can be seen in the video in total? How many cartwheel pennies can be seen in the video? No, it's not 3. Baron Vamsky has got it. It's 2. Baron Vamsky. Yes, there's one in my hand. And there's one on the cloth behind me as well. So there was 2. I can't see any. We can't see any right now. You have to have watched my video to know that one. Right then, this is the last question I've got put together, guys, for tonight. It would be a very easy one if I hadn't deliberately kept ourselves on this screen right here. Let's go into that one. See a bit too much on the left there. Right, okay, so your final question, guys, is how many silver swords can be seen behind the Sigma PMV investor in the video? How many silver swords can be seen hiding behind the Sigma PMV investor? Robot Toaster has taken it. It was indeed 3. They had to be behind the Sigma. And if I do that and do that... Sword is Chiwu. Ooh. No. Sorry, robot. Well done, shiny silver. That's for Gunria. That's Gunria right there. That's a spear. Tain't no sword. You got your sword of Gujon and your sword of Chiwu. So no, I had that one wrong, guys. Even I had that wrong, which ain't surprisingly, is it? I get beaten by a broken clock for getting things right daily. Even a broken clock's right twice a day. But it was that Ian. Who was it? Let's have a look. Here we go. Shiny, I said it before, didn't I? So shiny, well done, mate. Well done. You're even better than me for knowing what I've got on my own backdrop. So well done to you there, mate. Shiny. Joker's Wild, shiny. Baron Vamsky and CY Sterling all on 10. I'll give people one more chance to get some growing coin. It's a fan favourite question, guys. What was the first ever commemorative coin issued by the Royal Mint? You should get this one. Twice in a row, I barely miss. Yeah, unlucky, guys. Well done, Baron. That puts you on 20. That puts you out of the game for now, actually. Right, and for another 10 points, what year? What year? Carousel, yes, BBA. No, if CY, he knew I was going to say it, didn't he? He knew I was going to say it. So well done, CY. That's took you out. Unlucky, mate. You've taken yourself out there because Joker's Wild and Shiny, who I've called Shinji Shiny. I'll take that to Shiny. You both have 10 points. And we're going to do it. This is when I'm going to do it, guys. It's going to be the day that we have a new round. If you get 10 points, and you've got only 10 points, it's up to you. You know what I'm going to say? Double of quits. Double of quits. Shiny and Joker's. I think Joker's left us because he had to go see his grandchild, didn't he? So Shiny, do you want to risk it for a chocolate biscuit? And do a flip, a coin flip, to decide whether or not you stay. Or, well, if you win, you'll go up to 20. And if you lose, you go back down to 0. There's a risk. There is a risk to it. Do you want to take that risk? Jokers, if you are there, you can let me know as well. Do you want to risk it for a chocolate biscuit? It's a rich tea with chocolate. That's what it is. Double it! He says double. He wants to go for the double. Go for the double. Let me go and grab a coin. I'll tell you what, I'm going to swap out my flipping coin. Oh, no, I'm not! Look at this. By pure happenstance, the coin on my mantelpiece is the original, the OG flipping coin. The coin I've used for all of my groin coin flips. We can tell because it's got the little black dots on either side. Hey, that's made me happy, that has. Right then, guys. This is for... I'm going to move my cat away a little bit. I might go a little bit quieter. Spin, damn you. Right, there we go. Right, and guys, here we go. I'm going to do spit. I'm going to do flip. Try and make it so you all can see it. Right, it's in my hand. Shiny. Call it, brother. Two-headed coin, please. No. It's my 1918 florin. Let's find out. It's not a nice coin, bro. This florin is broken the dreams of many a groin coiner. He says heads. Many but not you. Many but not you, my friend. Actually, let me bring you back round to my mouth. Well done, Shiny. Up to 20. You're up to 20. There we go. The black dots is where it's weighted rigged coin flip. No, it's not. It's not rigged. You know, it's just mean. It's mean. But it liked Shiny tonight. It got with Shiny. Rigged. Let me see if I can show you. Hold on. Oh. There you go. Tails that side. Tails that time. There you go. 2 different flips, 2 different results, guys. Stick that in your rigged pipe and smoke it. Vegas, my friend. I'd like to say thank you so much for coming across and having a chat with me tonight. It's been an absolute honour and a privilege to have you on here. Is there anything you'd like to say, ask, or do before we end?
I'd just like to say thanks to the chat, everybody, for showing up. You guys always have a great chat. Thank you for all the UK members and Stacker Social members that support my live streams as well. You guys are awesome. There's no group better than yourselves. I wish some of the US people would have came over to show support, but they're slackers. So
it's an odd time of day as well, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's kind of like it starts at kind of 11 a.m. So
it is an odd time, and weekends people have other stuff going on.
Yeah,
but
I've always said to people, "Oh, go on, mate. Sorry."
I greatly appreciate you for having me on. I greatly appreciate you for coming on our live stream first, which was also a good time. You're always welcome on whenever you want, whenever you have time.
Well,
that goes for anybody in the chat as well.
On that note, mate, if I may just very quickly interrupt, I would like us to do a matinee. Shall we challenge ourselves? Me on you, you on me, same day, get it done.
Yeah, we could do that.
I'll come in as a guest on yours, you come on a guest on mine. Let's do it. I think we're up for that.
We'll have to work that out, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that. We'll have to work on that. Or maybe you come on ours and then you need blue collar on. So maybe you do blue collar on.
Yeah, no, I'd get blue. I was going to say, likewise, I'd love you to come back on mine, even if we don't do it on the same day. And next time, you know, bring blue collar along, please, and I'll reach out to. I'll probably see if blue collar wants to come on individually as well, and then have both of you on together would be absolutely brilliant.
Absolutely, he's actually in town. He might be at the coin show right now. Yeah, he probably is. I think he was. He came out for the coin show. We met up yesterday, and I think he was going back again today. So,
Yeah.
that's probably where he is. But thank you everybody for coming and supporting myself and the Stat Collector. As always, you always have a good crowd. I don't always get a chance to watch your streams because it's sort of a time that I sleep after our live stream.
Yeah,
so
and
I catch it when I can.
Likewise, I'm always here preparing for my live stream when you're on, so I find it very difficult to come in yours when you're live as well. But I highly recommend it. It's a great stream. It really, really is, and you get some fantastic guests on there. So please do go and check out Vegas's stream. 3 p.m. every Saturday UK time.
And if anybody in the chat that wants to be on there, my email is in my channel description. Just shoot me an email and we'll figure something out. And it's a fun time. We don't it's a fun time. It's chill. We don't pressure anything. We just hang out and talk about precious metals, sometimes food, sometimes who knows what comes up. So it's been good.
Just a fun chat. That's what it is. And in honor of my good guest today, I'm going to give you one last chance, guys. One last chance to get yourself some juicy groin coins. As I say, in honor of Vegas Stacker, we know that if you go to Vegas, it could cause you to be overcome with feelings of fear and maybe loathing sometimes. Someone would say you've got fear and loathing in Las Vegas. And my question is, who is the film Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas about? What real life character was the film Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas and Where the Buffalo Roam based upon?
I don't even know that one. I don't know.
No, he's the actor. He's the actor, Jamie Frost, mate. But good call. Who's the real life person that he played the character of somebody from real life? I'm going to see if anyone can get it. If only I did TV. You've got the original Where the Buffalo Roam with Bill Murray, and then you have the later Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas with Johnny Depp. Both were about. Come on, you should have Googled it by now, guys. Come on, what's up with you? Go on, someone get these 10 juicy groin coins. If only you had a TV that works. Well, you've got means to get to a stack chat. No, not Hemingway. Way more recent than Hemingway. Way more. Here we go. Robot Thompson. Hunter S. Thompson. What a legend he was. I highly recommend you go out and research who Hunter S. Thompson was. And if you want a little peek as to what kind of character he was, just watch either one of those films. They're fantastic films. You will love them. One of his favourite quotes goes along the lines of something. I'm not going to say it. It's something to do with a man loses the pain of being a man when he becomes a beast, or something along those lines. He was very, very new age. He was like from the 70s and very, very new age, and he was a bit of a character. But Robot Toaster, well done. Is that your first one on? Yeah, it is. Robot. Last thing before we go. Do you want to risk it for a creamy bourbon biscuit? The chocolate biscuit's gone, but I've got a bourbon. It's trying to pretend it's chocolate, but it's not. It's just brown biscuit. Flip, love it, Robot. What are you calling, bruv? Let me flip it first. Call it, mate. Call it. You won't find reasonable men of a top storm island. Nice one, Baron, like it. Tails, he says, Tails. I told you, she's a cruel mistress, mate. She's a cruel mistress. Unlucky, Robot, unlucky. I know it won't take Robot long to get himself back on there. But as I say, the flips, they're not guaranteed, guys. They are not guaranteed. We saw some luck with Shiny earlier, but Robot Toaster unluckily took himself on board. So, guys, I just want to say, mirroring very much what Vegas says, thank you for being such a wonderful group of people. As per every single Saturday, a highlight of my week. It's been fantastic to see it and chat with you guys and with Vegas. I've truly enjoyed having you back on, mate, and getting to grill you a little bit. And I was a bit harsh sometimes. We weren't all low ballers, I broke you. I broke your bones a bit about your American cuisine, etc., which you took in great fun, and I appreciated that because it was meant in fun. So thank you so much for coming across, and I can't wait to sort something back out to get us chatting again. But for now, guys, I have got the faintest feeling that I have possibly rabbled on for long enough now, so I'm going to leave you all in the usual fashion by saying until next time, as usual. What am I doing, man? Just put me on. Look after each other. Keep stacking. Take care.